Hey, how's it going? You are here for Heavy Art Talk. And while it's likely 11 a.m. on a Thursday, it's actually a Friday night for me. So, going to be drinking with some friends. We got Fred at Form Growth, Nev at Gruesome Graphx, and Tannen at Moribund Art joining me today. And we're talking about death metal art plus music. So, basically, we're going to go through our top five with maybe a couple of honorable mentions, but really just talking about both the music and the visual art that accompanies it. Let me go ahead and welcome folks in. What's happening, dude?
Yo, what's going on?
What's up, man?
What's up, guys?
Hey.
Cheers.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Happy Friday.
Yeah. Let's do a quick beverage check. So I'm drinking some white wine. I think Joel got. It's good on the stomach for me, so like helps me out the next day. I get a lot of like gut problems with beer, so I'm pretty careful with that. But what about you, Fred? What are you drinking?
Right now I'm drinking a red wine. Nothing really specific. I just I grabbed this for me and Steph a little bit ago, and then never really opened it. So it's Prophecy Red Blend. It's got a nice, cute picture on it of a couple embracing each other.
Kind of like an Art Nouveau look to it. It's cool.
Yep, for sure.
How's it taste?
It's red. No, it's fine.
Fair enough. What about you, Tannen?
I got the that Neon Viking shit again from a brewery down the road.
Oh, cool.
Good shit. Just beer.
Is it like a sour or anything else?
Yeah, sour. I'm not a big beer enthusiast, but I like it. So
yeah,
it does the job.
Can't go wrong there. And what you got, Nev?
I got the tried and true hams from the land of sky blue water.
Official, unofficial spokesperson over here.
Still the unofficial spokesperson,
yeah. You're working towards that sponsorship, though, right?
A couple more likes, man, and I'm there. I can fire back to Minnesota.
Man, I gotta say though, I really am kicking myself that I didn't get those hams. I wanted to drink in solidarity with you, buddy.
Someday, dude.
Well, how's the week been for you guys?
Pretty crazy at work.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy, yeah. I haven't had a whole lot of time to do stuff lately, but it's kind of slow right now.
In terms of the art stuff?
Yeah, the metal art and stuff. I had a couple things pop up over the past week or so, but it's pretty light. I think everyone's touring now, so they don't need merch, Spring, summer's coming up.
Yeah. Are you guys feeling the same sentiment or really busy? What are you guys feeling?
I would say it's been a stressful week. There's a lot going on in my life. As far as artwork goes, a lot of deadlines, like around the exact same time. So fucking nose to the grindstone, I suppose.
Yeah. Appreciate you carving out some time tonight to chill. What about you, Tannen?
Yeah, sure. Kind of same thing. Deadlines and trying to hit them. Been going to some shows too. There's been a lot coming through here, so I've been trying to make it out.
Oh yeah, so give me a quick rundown. We were texting about it, but LDB Fest, you were there. What was that, last weekend or the weekend before?
I think that was last weekend.
Yeah,
it's pretty sick. A lot of people fucking hate breed, obituary. It was pretty sick.
Yeah. No, I heard that from Hard Lore podcast, but they were like, man, Obituary was like so happy with like their reception because they're usually playing like death metal folks, whereas with like hardcore it's just a whole different type of audience participation, so it's like a different thing for them.
Yeah, I didn't know how it would go because they're it isn't really the speed of like hardcore, but people were getting rowdy for it. So
yeah, they always start with Redneck Stomp, man. They always do it. I've seen Obituary like 3 times, man. They're always touring.
That's the first time I've seen them. So
yeah.
It was weird because the Tsunami was technically the headliner. I guess they asked to be like before them, which worked out better because as soon as Obituary was done, people started leaving. So
that's pretty smart though, because for like the hardcore audience, Tsunami's pretty big and like people want to see it because they the beatdown style, so it's pretty damn heavy.
Well, then too, if you like a lot of like I was there the whole day, so about that time you're just ready to go anyway. So
Yeah, that's a good point. What about you guys? You seen any shows lately?
Nev, you first.
No, I can't remember the last show I was at actually. No, I do remember it was Cattle Decapitation, Sandwich Sugabog.
Mm.
I forgot who else was on that tour. Oh, Castrator. Oh, and Immolation.
Oh yeah,
That was several months ago. There's a bunch of shows coming up in May. I'm gonna try to hit up one or two, but it's just a lot. And I live pretty far from the city.
Yeah,
like an hour and a half there, an hour and a half back.
yeah,
drive, and like I know most of the bands, so I'll just tell them like I'll just see you next time or play my fucking house. But it's kind of a hike for me. So
I feel you. I mean, does the train shut off at a certain time too? Because like you take the train into your day job,
when
right?
I go to a show, I usually drive just because the train does shut off. So if it shuts off late and the show goes later, I'm fucked and I can't see the headliner. And I'm like, well, then I just wasted my money, and I can't see the band I wanted to see. So I usually drive, but
yeah, makes sense. What about you, Fred?
Last show I went to was the Ghoul show with Municipal Waste, Necrot, and what was the other band? Dead Heat. It was a lot of fun, man. That shit was sick.
Mostly Tank Crimes bands, right?
Yeah, Necrot. I don't know if Municipal Waste is.
Ghoul is.
They did splits. I think they did a couple splits.
Okay.
Yeah. But what a blast. This shit was so fun, man. There was just like nonstop party. Fucking super rad seeing all those dudes. Seeing Chad again and Necrot. It's always fucking cool.
Yeah.
I look up to him as a drummer for sure. And,
he's amazing.
Really, he's a fucking entrepreneur. He's like running Carbonized, always putting awesome fucking music out. And then he's just in like all the bands I fucking love. It's fucking insane.
What else is he in?
Fucking Vastum.
Mortuous.
Who's coming through.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. I did their logo. I forgot he was in there.
Yeah. He's in, what is he in? Stormkeep now.
Oh, really?
Stormkeep.
Yeah. What else? He's done all sorts of fucking cool ass projects. He was in Rude for a second. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, but he's just on the fucking money, like in the pocket, fucking hard hitting, double bass, just like dumping. It's like exactly what I want, you know what I mean, out of a drummer. He's just like, he hits super hard and like so deliberate every fucking thing he does, and it's like really, it's like it's not super technical, which is like right up my alley too. It's to the point. Yeah, I fucking love it.
He's a very consistent player too. You know what I mean? Like you can tell he does it so often that he doesn't get like worn out by the end of a set. Like he'll just steady all the way through. Yeah, I agree, man.
Yeah, it's funny, like just to see how like composed he is when he's fucking just crushing a set. Yeah, it's almost like he doesn't even break a sweat. He must practice a lot, that's for sure.
Yeah. Oh, sweet. We're talking a little bit about just like this week in terms of art, but like anything lately that you guys have been like working on, maybe not even just like the bands you're working with, but just like maybe new artists you discovered or like techniques that you're chipping away at. Tannen, anything on your mind there?
Not really. I've just been hammering out shit. trying to get better with like little shit with like line quality and whatnot, but yeah.
Dude, we were talking the other day and you told me that you take pictures of, like on your phone, and that's how you get them onto your computer, and you fucking blew my mind. I was like,
I do the same thing.
I just take
a picture.
What's that?
I do the same thing. If I'm doing it traditional, I just take a picture.
And then that's how you get it on like Photoshop?
Yeah.
Yep.
Dude. I mean, I guess like technology's come a long way. Like, there's really good quality photos you can take on a camera, but I just feel like the lighting is
That's the bitch of it. Is getting like the lighting perfect. Because if I usually go, I've got a room in here, but the lighting's pretty good, so I'll set it up just right. Like I have to float my phone over the top of it, so like the light's not hitting
There's
that.
a whole game with that.
Yeah,
I have a photo booth.
Well.
I use a photo booth for my toys, so I just use the same thing.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so it's just this white box, and it's got really great lighting, and you're fucking done. Black and white.
That's like next level right there.
Yeah.
It was cheap. It was like $30, $40, something like that. So like, if that's what you're gonna do, like, just spend the money, man. And it's collapsible.
I'm gonna have to get into that.
It's great.
Interesting. I mean, I have a scanner, tried and true, Mustec 3000 from fucking the UK. I don't think you can buy them anymore.
Is it yellow too? It's all yellow now, like an old Nintendo.
It definitely has a little bit of a tint.
Sepia tone.
Yeah, it's certainly got some grime and some shame. Yeah.
What about you, Nev? Anything like technique wise that you're focused on?
No, not really. I've been playing a little bit. I've been trying to go back and forth between traditional and Procreate just to continue to be comfortable with both. I finished a lot of shit about 2 weeks ago, so I've been doing just my own ideas. I'm going to put up in the next couple days, just to stay loose. But overall, same grind.
Yeah, and then you recently watched the latest Godzilla King Kong movie. Pretty good.
I saw it twice. I'm going to see it again on Sunday. So yeah, it's great. It's just super fun, man. It just reminds me.
You make it sound like it's your job, like you're clocking in.
Yeah, it's so funny.
I'll just see them if they keep making the shit. That's totally fine. But it's reminded me of like when I was a kid, just like playing with the figures, like in the kitchen table. Like that's what that movie was. If you don't want to watch that, don't see the movie. If you want to watch that, go see the movie because it's super fun.
Yeah. I was curious your thoughts on that movie.
I liked it. I mean, I've been a diehard Godzilla fan since I was like 4 years old. There's a lot of tryhards and diehards that hate it, and it's not Japanese and blah blah blah. But it's just fun. It's
literally fun. Exactly.
Fighting a Kong with a robot arm, like that doesn't excite you, then fucking go fuck yourself. Like it's good. Like I'll just be plain and simple. I know opinions are opinions, but it's just fun. And at times where shit kind of sucks in the real world, and you want to go have some fun.
Yeah.
Relax, Kong.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, between like you and Jordan Farrell, like talking about fucking every movie that you're gonna go see like a third time.
Oh yeah. I think Jordan's on 4 now, and Mike's on like 3. So I gotta catch up.
Mike, I'm excited.
Yeah, I saw -1. I think 4 times.
Dude, I mean, the latest movie that I saw that I'm still like blown away by is Dune Part 2. Like that, I loved it so much, man.
I haven't seen
Dune. I haven't seen Dune Part 2. I've seen the old Dune, but not the newer one.
It's very different than that one, but I mean, I'm obsessed with that stuff. I'm reading the book right now, and I know like Jerry Wormwalk, he's obsessed with Dune too, so I'll like message him a little bit about it. But man, I was so impressed with that film. So if anybody has a chance to see it in theaters, definitely take advantage of it.
I wanted to check out the old one.
The old one's really good. I love the old one, but
the 80s one, yeah,
easy, yeah. It's
got a fucking Cooper from Twin Peaks in it. Kyle MacLachlan? Yeah.
Yeah, there's some good actors in that one.
Sting's in it, right? Sting from Police.
Yeah, who's the other guy? Edward James Amos or something like that. I think he's in it too.
Yeah. What about you, Fred? Art-wise, anything that has been piquing your interest?
As far as other people making art?
Yeah, that or like any like particular things that you're like dabbling in that maybe you don't usually do, or like new techniques you're trying.
Yeah, to speak to what like Nev was talking about with Procreate, I've been trying to get more comfortable with using Procreate. Maybe not necessarily to create finishes, but it's certainly like a huge tool I'm using now to mock up everything and get everything figured out, all the composition, everything, the scale of things, like playing with all the different elements before I can call the final sketch done before transferring it to paper to ink it. Although I did, like, recently I did release some pieces that I did pretty much all on Procreate, and then like digitize them, tighten them up on through Photoshop and Inkscape, and then sent them on their way. But there's just nothing like ink on paper, and it's just a different feel. You know what I mean? Doing something like almost completely digitally. And it's not something that I don't know if I'm like just super comfortable with the way it's being produced like through me at this point yet. You know what I mean? And I don't want to get like too technical with like weird opacities and like different brushes and stuff like that. I just want it to almost emulate ink. So it's kind of like, why not just fucking do one extra step and just do ink on paper and then have that raw, like dirty quality that like basically has like become like my aesthetic or whatever. That's kind of, but Procreate's been a huge help in making the compositions before finishing everything.
Yeah. No, and I think I saw you too. You had like a piece where you added a little bit of color digitally too, and I really liked how it looked. It was like a blue tint. So like, I was really digging that one that you posted.
So that one really put me. That really challenged me. That commission was an interesting one that I'm not going to talk about yet, but it was new. It was different. And the color that you saw that I like gave a preview of, they didn't go for that. So I had
that's just for you then.
I got like all into it. They were like having me like do all these different things that I like were out of my comfort zone, and like color is not my forte. It's something that I really pushed to figure things out this time around. And I finally start to really feel it. And then I'm like, oh, this color is actually really cool. Like the purples and blues and whatnot with the red really was working for me. And I was actually really stoked. And then they were like, oh, good news. You can do the grays that you were doing before. And I was like, cool. Sick. But I can embrace that too. It's just that project was a lot of, can you do this instead? And can you, and like
a lot of back and forth.
I can, a lot of extra thought, but
I usually just give back the money and say, this isn't working.
Right. Yeah. I don't want to like come off.
Don't air out the dirty laundry, man.
But those thoughts always cross your mind when things get difficult, right? Yeah. So I like, I thought about whether I felt comfortable enough, like pushing myself, and the end the conclusion was just push through this. You know what I mean? So that's what I did. And,
good for you, man.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever. We'll see if it looks good the way that it's made, the way what they put it on and stuff. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. But yeah, it was an adventure. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. I think everybody has those stories. Let the pressure off you. I unmuted you just for a minute, Tannen, because I think, are you watching like the finals of March Madness or something?
I turned it. Yeah, I had the TV on.
Dude, I called it. I was like, it's a basketball game. That's what I'm hearing.
No, that's not what it was. It was literally, it's just music.
But, oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I thought I had it turned down enough. I'm sorry, okay? Jeez, dude.
How the fuck dare you, dude? Now we can't hear the mouse that's making a carnival in the walls of Lee's house.
Can you guys hear it too?
No.
Okay. Oh my god, it's making me go insane.
So it's not a mouse, dude.
Yeah, exactly. Man, there's some Edgar Allan Poe shit going on in my house right now.
I'm playing off of your fears.
Yeah. Oh. Well, anybody else got anything they want to chat about before we get into some death metal?
Oh shit. No.
No, let's do death metal.
Yeah, let's do this. All right.
Let's talk
So
about some shit.
yeah, let's do this. All right. It's not an episode of Heavy Art Talk because there isn't a slide deck, right? So
Yeah.
we got Nev's going first. I'll follow him, then Tannen, and then Fred. For me, it's not like a numbered order. Like number 5 is better than number 1.
Right.
But everyone can kind of, talk on their own picks. But without further ado, Nev, what you got?
Hell yeah.
Hey.
Human Waste. I just remember seeing this thing and like this cover is just so epic, and the more you look at it, the more you realize that I think it's done with like oils, maybe, or I don't know, almost like pastels. I don't know.
That's what I was thinking. I was looking up close,
but it's just so crazy, and there's so much like you could see and feel the warmth of the fire. There's reflection on the legs. There's reflection on the creature's body, and like I think my favorite part about this is actually the typography of the words "human waste."
Yes,
as it like drips down. This is my favorite Suffocation, I guess you want to call it, like release. And I'm not going to call it an album, but it's also my favorite cover of theirs. I like Suffocation, don't get me wrong, but like this is the one that I first heard, so I'm always going to be the like this is my go-to one. It just there's so much going on with it, but yet it's so simple. And I think my big thing with death metal art, just in general, is I'm always a big fan of focal points. Yeah. I'm not huge into like crazy overt. Like Dan Seagrave is super, super, super fucking talented, but there's so much going on. Like I almost like lose my attention span. And go back to this, So like this, all the ones that you're going to see are very focal point driven covers, and this one is just. And they even like the reflection in the hammer saw blade thing. It's so metallic, and it's just awesome. Just awesome.
Dude, agreed.
Fuck yeah. So striking.
I'm with you on that typography too, and I noticed in a lot of our picks that we have that like hand drawn or hand painted type, and it's like part of the piece. That was like a common theme amongst the pieces, and like you don't see that as much nowadays with covers, because there's more risk in it. We're talking about like rounds of edits and stuff. Yeah. When you really bake that into a composition, and then at the end they're like, "Hey, we don't want that." You're kind of screwed. But back in the day, there weren't. It was probably different expectations.
Oh, for sure, man. Like I don't know the history of this piece, but like you could definitely tell that there was a lot of thought put into this as far as like composition, where the logo goes, how the typography is. Like you're saying, like nowadays, even I'm guilty of this myself. I just slap on some of my hand drawn like type. Like there you go. There's a couple instances where I use a title within the piece, but that like they've asked me to do that. It's never been like, oh, I'm going to try it because I know they're gonna, there's a 50-50 shot that you're going to redo it or they're going to like it. So yeah, this is one of my favorites by far.
Is it like a Jabberwocky, or like what type of creature is this exactly?
No, or like a jackalope. I don't know what the fuck it is.
Definitely looks like a Native American, like some sort of
no idea what it is.
Creature.
Fucking Wendigo type.
Yeah, that's right.
Wendigo. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah. So jackalope
or a skinwalker or something like that.
Yeah, there you go. The other thing I like about this too is that there's actual depth in it within the logo, right? So like his elbow goes behind Suffocation, but the horns are in front of it.
Yes,
it just looks very organic, like it's there, And again, I'm guilty of just slapping a logo on it, but like to me, there was so much decision making and planning with the art that like it's just easily one of my top. I would love a long sleeve of this, but I can never find one. I'm not going to spend $70 on a fucking long sleeve.
Maybe I'm, stretching here, but like imagine you took one of those trees in the background that has all those like interesting color choices and you slap that thing in like a Van Gogh painting. Would it stand out? Like I don't think it would, man. Some like that's so expressive in those forms,
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's like little things you can see, like I don't know. It's just the highlights, even in the words "human waste," like the little tiny like little whites that help break it up from that black like pedestal, whatever it is. The bones and the flames, it's just you can look at this for hours and find new shit. You're like, you know what? Like this is what a death metal album should look like. Just super Interesting to look at, simple, but just fucking so evil looking that I want the shirt, I want the album, I'm going to see him on tour. This is true death metal art to me.
Totally, man. What about like musically? Do you prefer this album like by a long shot compared to the other stuff?
Oh yeah, definitely by a long shot for sure. I know everyone likes oh my god, I can't even think like Piercing Within. Both are great, but like this one to me, again, I have a short attention span, so it's what, like 4 or 5 tracks or something like that, like 6 tracks, you know. And it's just like just enough of Suffocation to understand what they are, what they sound like, and it's still a little raw too. Like even like the earlier albums are raw, but like then they got polished, which is fine. I like the new one, but this to me is like what this embodies, like Suffocation's work, in my opinion.
Hell yeah. I'm right there with you, dude. Definitely my favorite Suffocation. The newer, like the older raw shit. Like, it's I don't know. It's just a little less technical, a little less, like you said, polished.
Yeah.
And the artwork is definitely it was so striking when I first saw it. I was like immediately gravitated toward it.
Yeah.
And sure enough, I knew like, you know, I had a feeling I would like the music just from seeing the artwork.
That's a great point, dude. Like this album sounds like the music.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of death metal albums or any metal albums in general. You're like, wow, that cover's awesome. And you're like, what the fuck is playing through my speakers? It sound like music or vice versa, right? Like the music's amazing, but they have this suck ass cover art. This to me is a 50-50. Like it's great art, great music. 10 out of 10.
Nice, man. Now you're talking about like short attention spans. I would love to imagine that you're just like in a corporate like work meeting. You just pull your Godzilla toys out, you know, just in the middle of like a call.
You start playing. Meeting sucks.
Yeah.
What do you think about this candy wrapper?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I like Godzilla, brother.
Like, I don't know. I just made it. I don't care.
Oh man. All right. Let's see. All right. Cool. So next we got Death, Symbolic, and you know what, I was torn because I think Death has like such good covers and there's a lot of cover variety, but I've been like getting more and more interested in like kind of like art where I don't know exactly how it was made, and there's like a mixed media approach, and like this is so 90s, you know what I mean, but like not 90s in like, well, you're talking about like Dan Seagrave and like death metal stuff. Like this almost kind of reminds me of like what maybe like grunge bands kind of were doing, but then there's a dark, you know, twist to it. But you know, you got the striking eye. You have these really impressionistic, expressive, like kind of snakes that go into hands for some reason. They're holding these two people. Like it's just a puzzling cover. There's even like a horizon line. And I was looking into it. So Rene Meville, he's in Florida. My guess is they probably met him in Florida. That's just a guess. I don't know the story behind it, but Florida band, Florida artist. He did a lot of this kind of like photo based type of like then experimental work. And then he did human, symbolic, and then individual thought patterns for Death. And then I don't know if he has many other credits beyond that within death metal, which is also a unique thing. But you know, the cover I do really like, and I like it the older I get because it's very different. But for me, I think it's one of the best death albums because it marries that kind of like early sound, but then it's not super proggy. And like, I really like proggy technical death metal. That's my taste. But I mean, you got Symbolic, Zero Tolerance, Empty Words, Crystal Mountain, of course. I mean, there's not a weak song on this. So just awesome, unique cover, and then I think one of the most consistent albums they've ever done. So that's my take. What do you guys think?
The cover is really interesting. I actually am not a fan of the later Death, but I like when other bands cover later Death.
Yeah,
Decrepit Birth covers Crystal Mountain, and it's fucking awesome.
Oh yeah.
I came up with, you know, the true like Scream Bloody Gore and Leprosy, which we'll talk about later. But I definitely appreciate this art because it is very different. And I think during a time where Death kind of like, I don't want to say plateaued, but they did the gore thing and then went a different direction. Like they set the precedent for what that looks like. And it's very interesting. And there's a lot of shapes and just, it's almost monochromatic in a way.
Yeah.
So that the red pops off really nice. It's a pretty sharp piece.
like the way I was kind of connecting it art wise is like I've been getting into like comic art more, and like people like Dave McKean and Bill Sienkiewicz, and like they like have like they're not afraid to like mix paintings and ink drawings with like photos, and like they just put it in a weird blender, and like that's kind of what it reminds me of here.
Yeah. Very cool.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I didn't know the name of the artist for Symbolic or Human, but this is really interesting. I never really took a lot of time to look at this piece. It's familiar, and I'm like, it is weird. I feel like maybe it's like acrylic, or is it? Do you know?
There's it's a heavy photo usage because he's primarily a photographer. So like I think those hands might be like I honestly don't know.
Looks like photo. Okay. So there's like a collage aspect to it, but like it looks like there's some sort of acrylic, and then there's like some reduction in there somewhere too. But yeah, I don't know.
It's serious. You can see the textures, almost like he's painting on like drywall. Like it doesn't look like canvas; it looks like it's drywall or concrete or something. You know?
Yeah, it's wild.
Well, he owns a gallery now in like Boca Raton or something. So like that thing is. Well, he's shifted from. He's not really as much an artist anymore. I looked on his Instagram. He's got like, I mean, I'm not trying to throw shade at Renee here. He's got like 200 followers, and most of it is just him with fish. He just fishes, and he fishes, and he has a gallery. So like, he's not even an actual
I did art for death. I'd probably retire too and just catch fish all day long.
He's got some big fish. I'll give him that.
Do you think he's getting royalties from that kind of stuff?
Hey, probably not.
No.
Yeah, that's.
I think the only one that was smart enough to do that was Seagrave back then.
Yes, exactly. Like
and Riggs
drawing up that contract and being smart about the
Derek Riggs from Maiden. I think they're the only two artists that got smart and said, "You're going to print my shit. Like, give me some money." You know.
Damn, dude. Yeah. Fuck. Well, yeah. Then he just wants to fish. Man.
Just wants to fish, man. Let the dude fish.
I'm gonna take a drink for Renee here.
Fuck. Pour one out for Renee.
That's what it is.
God damn. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, damn. Now I learned something about the Human and Symbolic. Did he make anything else for Death?
Individual thought patterns. So those three, and that's it. Yeah. But he really didn't do much else. Not in the metal scene. That's why I think it was like, you know, Chuck was probably, or maybe it was even what's Roadrunner, right? Yeah. Maybe they were like, hey, we want something that looks different than everybody else. Because that's the thing with Death. Like, you got to give them credit. They were always like 2 steps ahead of everybody else. Like, like, what's the next thing?
Who did the Control Denied art?
I don't know.
This I actually do like that album, but just because I like what's his name? Tim. I think it's Tim, the vocalist. Tim. He was in Pharaoh and stuff. This art kind of reminds me of that a little bit, especially with the hands. So I was just curious if he did that.
No, because like this and like individual thought patterns, like they do kind of look
the
same.
Yeah, the same style, you know.
Yeah, and Human for sure. Just looking at like comparing them all, they all have that. They're in the same realm. There's some photography. It looks like there's almost some X-ray shit going. Yep, there's like an X-ray going on. That's a picture of the world on the bottom. Individual thought patterns, and then it looks like kind of like weird ink spray like things going on. But I'm just talking about something you guys aren't looking at, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I mean, that's what's so cool about it too. Is it's just like it's so mysterious, like how it was created. You know, I'm more interested in that stuff because, you know, you see so many paintings and like ink pieces, and then you can kind of figure out how everything's done. But when you really don't know, it's intriguing.
Yeah.
I mean, all we gotta do is find Bro's fishing spot, and we're good. We just ask him all those questions.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not that far away from Florida, so you never know.
Like, I know who you are, dude. Tell me, how'd you do this, bud?
I mean, literally, look up his. All right, so if you look up this album, Metal Archives, and you go to the staff and then the other lineup, and then you click on Renee Melville, it's literally him with this giant fish. Like his Metal Archives profile picture is him in a giant fish.
Fucking awesome.
Perfect.
All right.
Killer.
Cool.
Oh, nice.
More recent pick.
Yes.
Go for it,
I
Dr. Vine.
mixed a lot of old and new stuff with my picks. This one's more of like a musical thing, for me at least.
Well, you gotta give Lucas some credit, man. Come on, it's a killer cover.
Oh no, I got you. Yeah. I have it sitting right there. The flag.
It's a great cover. Great logo too. Love the logo.
His textures are just fucking.
Yeah, his work just blows my mind. He's got what one did he just do? He's done some for like Dying Remains that are just the way he colored it was really crazy.
He just did the piece for Cavern Womb. Those are homies.
Yeah.
It has that like pink in it.
It's
Yeah.
fucking rad, dude. Super sick.
Yeah, I think that one was watercolor, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, so tell me a little bit of how you discovered this album then, Tannen.
So this was kind of the album that got me really hard into death metal. A couple of my buddies, they were really big into death metal. It was around when this came out, and Pornographic Seizures, they showed me that too. But I remember this one just blew my mind. I had to go home and look into it some more.
Yeah, man. For me, this EP, like, drummer as well. So like that's like a big part of the music. But like Dauber on drums, the way he
the drums, that's what really stuck out.
It's so good. He was playing so I saw him on he was playing with Necrofire, the Decibel magazine tour. He was the drummer filling in. But I love watching him play, man. He's probably one of my favorite metal drummers. And like I like Oceans of Slumber as well.
He looks so laid back, but he's doing the absolute craziest shit. Well, he's
really jazzy, man.
All those jazz guys, man, it's like it doesn't even phase them. They're just almost like they're almost yawning. They're just like,
yeah.
What else do I have to do
today? Yeah, it's a bummer that they broke up, unfortunately.
I got a chance to see Malignant Altar at Maryland Death Fest.
Oh, nice.
Was it 2 years ago? And it was fucking incredible. Just such, again, like another drummer that's just so hard hitting, but so deliberate, and just insane fills, insanely weird, like inventive ways of creating a beat for death metal riffs. It's just super sick.
100%, man. Anybody going to Maryland Death Fest this year?
No.
I'm not trying to make you sad.
I'm so fucking bummed, dude. I can't afford it, and it's just honestly like there are so many bands that are incredible that I want to see, but Coffins above all else.
Oh,
I think I want to see the most because they don't play in the U.S. So like, and when they had, I didn't know them. So like, I didn't know of them. So, yeah, I'm very bummed that Coffins is going to be playing Maryland Death Fest, and I will not be able to go. I just wanted that day's ticket, like, but anyway, enough about me. What's going on with you? Are you sad too?
The new Coffins is really fucking good too.
Yeah, I like the production on it.
Yeah, I like the art too.
Yeah, I need a lot more time with it, but I'm not fucking surprised in the least that it hits so fucking hard. It's just like it's fucking Coffins.
Yeah. Hell yeah. So all right, we're number 2 then. Oh no, Fred, sorry. Abhorrence.
Yeah. So my first one is and I did these kind of in order because they kind of feed into each other as I go. So my first one is Abhorrence, 1990 release. It's a 7-inch. I don't have it because I'm not cool. But this fucking record cover, it just stood out to me. And it's like early finish fucking death metal, death doom, really more along the lines of like mid-tempo, some slower shit, and then you've got some really fucking cool breakneck shit in there too. And the artist, Luxi Latinen, is just I love his weird style that I feel like we're seeing in newer artwork now, and they probably don't even know. Like, it's pen and ink. It's like creative. It's like kind of surreal, a little doodly, a little like just whatever the fuck happens. A lot of weird textures, experimental like ink techniques, and it's like it's right up my alley. It's just like perfectly encapsulates the kind of artwork that I enjoy making the most, if that makes sense. and yeah, so there he is. There's a picture of him, and then there's another example of some artwork that he's done for Sentence, which is also an awesome fucking band. But yeah, so just real quick, I like made little notes for these things. It's on Seraphic Decay Records, and I just happened to go down a rabbit hole after discovering one album from Seraphic Decay, and like not realizing that I had already gravitated towards all these different releases, and they all stemmed back to Seraphic Decay. So it was just like, okay, like this fucking label just gets what I like. Like, it's, I don't know. It's so anyway. Yeah, Rotting Ways to Misery is the example that you see on the side there, and he's done artwork for so many incredible bands, a lot of cool demos. He's done the Entrapment of Evil 7-inch EP, not to be mistaken for the other artwork that was done for Entrapment of Evil by Chris Mohan, which I'll get to later. But yeah, like I've been getting real nerdy and like diving really deep into death metal for the past few years. So this I think this takes the cake for me, as a route all the way back, where everything started, like for me. So it feels important in that aspect and in the aesthetic aspect. So I fucking slapped it on my battle vest.
Hell yeah. No, dude, like I could totally see like the influence of this kind of stuff. Like, you know that collab piece you did with Nightmare Imagery? I feel like that's what this kind of looks like. It's like it takes a little bit of you, a little bit of him. Like I kind of see it. But dude, I was listening to this earlier because I kind of slept on this album. I've heard the name, but I mean it's a little under the radar. But I was really enjoying it. You went for the deep cuts, and I was listening to them because you were sending me files all day.
Dude,
Fred gets the gold star.
I feel like I went back to school today. Like I was doing a presentation, like in front of a class,
cramming before the day.
I don't know. It's like a mixture of my ADHD and my OCD, like just combined into this superhuman, like that wanted to only focus on getting this like completely fleshed out today. So thanks for letting me.
Oh, you killed it, man. No, that's great.
Yeah, this is a great cover. Reminds me of the stuff that you would draw in like math class for your buddies, like fucking demo or something like that. It's just very raw, but it's still like visceral, and it has pretty solid composition. You know, even the Sentence one too. It's awesome. The balance of white, like yeah, this is definitely top notch.
Yeah. What do you think, Tannen?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I see what you mean. A lot of the like current influence on it. It reminds me a lot of Nightmare stuff.
Exactly. Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Like especially the face on the bottom.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, I like this kind of shit. It's hard for me to see it exactly. I'm doing this on my phone.
Oh, I forgot about that. Can you do full screen at all, or is that not really an option on the phone?
Actually, what I can do, little tech tip here. Got the computer right behind it here.
I'm like obsessed with this artist like sweatbands right now, though, dude. I want him to like, you know, have a bidding war on like eBay for like his sweatband.
It looks like he's having a good time down there.
Yeah, he seems like a nice guy.
Hell yeah!
Oh hell yeah! Yeah, this blown up is way.
There we go. Now
way crazy. Jesus.
Yeah, dude, it's fun. It's fun to look at. I feel like it's probably the coolest thing I've ever worn. And I bought it as a t-shirt, and I was like, I gotta make this my back patch, dude. Like,
Yeah, that's wild.
it's too fucking good.
Well, what's crazy is like with it as small as it is on my phone, like you can see what it is. Like you got the big skull here on the left, and then the dude's face down here. I can't see any of the small details, but blown up, there's like another little face over here. You've got a hand coming across here. Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, I feel like that's like right up your alley too, dude. Like the way that you do shit is like it's so funny, like how things come full circle. This is 1990. Like,
yeah,
this is where everything began, and it's like everyone's doing artwork, and like it's kind of like going back to just having like it's like a half doodle, half, you know, like just whatever stream of consciousness, and then like, you know, like just having fun and like just doing weird shit with textures. Like I said, like, yeah, it's my favorite kind of stuff. It's just like the stuff that punches you in the face, that like with contrast.
Yeah,
it's just really creative too. Like you can tell there's joy in making it. You know, that's like the part that I really enjoy about it.
Yeah, you could tell that like he took his time, but it still looks rushed almost. Like there's a lot of
hurry up, man.
Passion in his line work, though. You know what I mean? Like it's not really like perfect. It fits the music.
Yeah,
fucking dope.
There was no white gel pens back then either, dude.
Nah, good pick, man.
No jelly rolls.
No jelly rolls.
All right.
I mean, that's Leprosy. Repka is probably one of his best. Again, like a really great piece that has a focal point. It has some stuff in the background. I know a lot of people don't like this record because it's pink. I actually like it because it's pink.
I love that. That's one of my favorite things with it.
I think it stands out, right?
Out
like,
so much.
I know, like this was like the album of old Massacre members, and they had From Beyond, which was also pink, and then Repka did this, but like simplicity, still gross, still mysterious. The lighting on the guy's face is fantastic. Mm-hmm. I like the old Death logo here, so as the drips and some of the stuff that Cam did from back in the day. Yeah, it's just outstanding. An environment too, like it's not just a dude; it's a leper colony, you know, and you can see that in the back. And fucking awesome record too. Pull the plug, man. I mean, just outstanding.
Yeah, most of my favorite songs from Death are off this.
Yeah.
I actually seen it was I want to say last week Left to Die came through.
Oh yeah, Matt. Yeah,
and it was like being in a time capsule. They sounded exactly like this.
Yeah,
Matt's awesome, man. I love Matt. He was touring. He was doing Gruesome here. A couple of years ago. I think it was either right after COVID or maybe before. I can't remember. And they covered like as an encore. They covered like 2 or 3 songs. They covered "Pull the Plug,"
nice.
And I was just a toddler in the pit. I was sore for days. Awesome. Didn't matter, but like they just crushed it. So,
hell yeah! I got to see Left to Die in Philly too. That shit was so sick.
Yeah, awesome.
I mean that record. Yeah, it really does stand the test of time. There's like so much about it that like is iconic, especially for like it's Death. They're iconic in themselves, but on top of that just how like much like that pink just really stands out. There's only, like you said, there's only a few record covers that have dabbled in such prominent pink painted, you know, artwork, and this one is like the best. It's incredible.
I want to know what like the reference photo for this looked like, you know, to get all the drapery right.
Yeah,
like I wonder if he just like took a picture of himself like in a robe or something.
I bet he did. I bet he fucking did, dude.
Yeah, because like you got to use reference to get that. Yeah,
the fabric is insane. I mean, that's just the way it flows on the body, and then the lighting, and then the soft textures on it, and even like the welts and shit on the guy's arm.
Yeah,
it's great. So
that's something like with it too, with the pink, because you know pink's usually like happy, you know, that kind of shit. But like you get looking at it, like you said, you got the boils and shit on the dude's arm, and it's like a wasteland.
Yep.
And then the music itself is all brutal as hell. So
that's the thing too. Like Repka made it was his claim to fame with like, you know, obviously death, but then he got really heavy into thrash covers.
Yeah.
And thrash covers, they're like fucking Crayola. There's just so much blood. Yeah. And then to bring it into a death metal record was super interesting.
Yeah.
And he's still working his ass off, man. Repka still does a ton of covers, and he does a lot of those card backings for Super 7.
Yep.
Yeah. He just did. We have a band from here called Flesher. He just did their LP cover.
Yeah, it's a cool cover too.
Yeah. Very cool. Anybody else got anything on Leprosy?
Well, I mean, I can just say that like I've seen that sky. Like I've seen that pink and purple sunset sky. Like I feel like that encapsulates it, but at the same time, like you said, like the actual mood of the piece itself is obviously troubled. There's obviously like there's shit that's happening in that image that is not happy, that would usually reflect a pink.
They're not having a good time.
They're not having a good time.
Nice.
It's not a fun party.
He's about to ask you if you got Tree Fitty.
Yeah, but
yo, Loch Ness Monster need Tree Fitty.
Sweet. Let's see what's next. All right. So,
let's go.
Suffocation, Effigy of the Forgotten. I was thinking before this, I was like, man, we should have take a drink every time Dan Seagrave's mentioned. Because it's quite a lot. I mean, he's my favorite death metal artist for sure by quite a long shot. It's actually pretty hard for me not to just pick 5 Dan Seagrave paintings because, I mean, he's the guy who like really. I remember seeing Altars of Madness for the first time, and then like that just sucked me in. And this cover, it's interesting because you're talking about how like there's a little bit of a center of focus with these robot arms, but like there's so much noise going around on the sides.
Yeah,
and you really can't dissect it. Like it was only really today that I was really spending a lot of time looking at those weird buildings in the top right corner because I was always looking right towards this interesting creature in the front, which has kind of become their mascot. Like I have a hoodie and like there's like a screen print of that guy on the back. But there's so many ideas going on here. I love the mechanical versus the organic. The overall, everything has that kind of like slightly bluish, purplish wash to it. So it's all melded together. Like there aren't like, even though there's a lot of stuff going on, there's still a central cohesive color to bring everything together. And then, of course, the music. I mean, Legion and Veracity, Effigy of the Forgotten, Infecting the Crypts. I mean, just fucking excellent album. Probably my favorite Suffocation album. And then, like, dude, also like one of the most badass, just like photos of the dudes too.
Yeah,
like they just look hard as shit. So I love Suffo. I mean, they're my favorite death metal bands. They happen to all be American. Not that I'm like a fucking patriot or anything. It's just my taste. Like the fucking Morbid Angel, Suffocation, Death. I mean, like that's my shit,
Yeah.
So huge fan of this album and anything Dan Seagrave does.
Dude, I feel like the intricacies of this painting like speak to what Suffocation like strive for musically too. Like it's over my head. Like I'm ADD. Like it's like it's just a little much for me. But I mean, like I can appreciate it because of the music that fucking influenced so much. But this piece, I haven't looked at this the way that I'm looking at it now. You could fucking stare at this for ever.
There's a shit ton of stuff in there.
There's stuff I've not even noticed before I'm looking at right now.
With the weird little egg sacs on the right corner, stuff like that.
It almost looks like there's so much little shit, like it almost looks AI.
Yeah.
Especially
with that damn Seagrave's motherfucker. He was on it.
Like technical, like weeby shit. Like you could see that AI crap,
Yeah.
Like lead to your point, like This is probably one of his less busier ones, but still busy. He's at the central focal point, and then the shit going up the side. But yeah, this is definitely a banger on here too. I was almost gonna put Altars of Madness in my top 5.
Somebody has to. I mean,
dude, the faces on that are just
Altars of Madness
that's
is
another
like
one you could
iconic.
stare at for hours. Just all the little emotions that were captured in that fucking.
But yeah, dude. I mean,
the color is really cool in this too. Like the way that he set the background, the buildings in the background, the sky behind it is fucking awesome.
Greens,
that, like eerie green, like and then just in front it's just like these fleshy tones, and also like purples and fucking blues and robot shit. That's also kind of the same.
Yeah, dude. I want Dan Seagrave to be the art director for the Wall-E remake. You know.
What the fuck, dude? Wall-E on acid, man.
Yeah.
Like, that's what this is. That's what that is. Yeah. Wall-E meets Terminator, meets Alien, meets fucking Atlantis.
I mean, Giger for sure. Like, there's some Gigerisms in here too.
Oh yeah.
It reminds me a lot of Warhammer.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, a little bit with all like the cogs and almost like a steampunk Matrix type shit.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean Rust Goth?
Rust Goth. There you go.
Oh, that's a banger. All right, what we got next?
It's Rust Goth.
All right, Tannen.
Oh shit! Yeah, and Balmer. This was one. My buddy had this as like a wall flag in his house, and it just, I don't know, something about it. It's really disgusting. Hold on. I had that as one of my notable mentions.
I put it in there because you also had Leprosy. I forgot to mention that. That was a Nev and shared pick. So I added your honorable mention in here.
Okay, yeah. Well, this one, see, I don't even know who. It looks like you found the. Okay, yeah, I couldn't find out who it was.
It's like earlier work for him.
Records covers.
Is it oil painting? Is that?
Maybe acrylic. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not. I just love it.
It's got a little bit
so
of
gross.
Quality.
And then musically too, I love the vocal style of this band. It just sounds like a panicked, dying person. It's wild.
Yeah,
I had no idea Wes did this one.
Yeah, me neither. But I haven't listened to him Balmer, so
you should check him out.
Yeah, what I was intrigued by with this cover is like it has a dark children's book vibe to it. You know,
for sure,
which is a bit different than like. I mean, like Mortician Chainsaw Dismemberment and like Hacked Out for Barbecue. Like you can see there's like a connection there.
Mm-hmm.
But like I thought the proportions of the character were really interesting and like how kind of gestural he was as well. It's an interesting piece. And I actually only listened to Balmer for the first time today. I've always heard the name, but like was just never that. I never just grabbed for it. But it's cool.
Right.
Do people in the Midwest like a Balmer more than, Southerners? Because like I feel like it's everybody who talks about a Balmer, they're always from Ohio.
It's Ohio.
Well, they're from Ohio. I think that's.
Ohio.
There you go.
Yep.
Yeah, dude.
He's just using the decapitated hand to write with. I love it.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking evil.
The lighting's really interesting on this.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a halo near the title, which is its top, which is weird.
There's like a little light bulb. You just imagine there's a light bulb.
Like the shadow behind the figure, and then there's like dark, like way darker shadows underneath the table. So like the lighting is really interesting. Like he's doing it in the crawl space or some shit.
Yeah, I feel like I see the Tales from the Crypt head, sort of on the
right there. Yeah.
On the table
yeah.
There. Kind of similar, but Ben Scoter's done so many fucking awesome paintings, like fucking Sinister.
Mm-hmm.
He's got like I'm just checking out like he's got Amorphis, fucking 2 Amorphis records.
All of Cannibal
Autopsy too.
Yep, all of Cannibal Cap's records. And he does like different things with those records too. I think there's some photo manipulation and even sculptures, like sculpting and shit.
Yeah.
He's like expanded his skill set like as he's went instead of just like refining like a singular style.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very cool. Well, another comment too. Once again, we got the typography for the album title, like painted in. So it's another example of that.
Yeah, it's awesome. Very cool. Very cool.
Good pick, Tannen. All right, Fred.
All right. Well, speaking of Amorphis, so I kind of, like I said, I put these in order so that they could kind of feed into each other. So, like from Abhorrence, you've got members of Abhorrence that later went to make Amorphis, and Amorphis is just one of my favorite death metal bands, I think, overall. But on top of that, this dude, Drew Elliott, who lives in my fucking city, who I had the pleasure of meeting, like at an art show, like a little bit ago, like I didn't realize like who I was talking to, and then I also didn't realize what art he had made. And he was talking about how he's made, art for Necrophagia, Season of the Dead, and like fucking Goraphobia, and like for Morbidius Pathology, and then I found that he made the Privilege of Evil Amorphis EP, and I was just like, okay, like everything's starting to fall together for me. Like it all just seems to like I feel like I'm finding the groove, exactly what I appreciate in death metal. And like this piece is so fucking cool because there's not a lot that like has been painted essentially, but what has been is getting every point across. It's super dark, but all the highlights are speaking for everything that's going on. It's fucking evil, it's weird, and the music is incredible. So like, yeah, it's just it checks all the boxes for me.
It just you're talking about it. Here's some other work he's done.
It's just fucking awesome. Just also, like, I think you can probably see a little bit of a parallel in my appreciation for ink technique from the Abhorrence record and this Goraphobia record, because it, again, like, just really strange decisions that are, like, fun and interesting and, like, unique. And then interesting textures and just striking contrast, everything I want, you know what I mean, when it comes to death metal or a record cover in general, you know what I mean, like. But yeah, and then he does a lot of cool paintings and like full color paintings and stuff like that, but specifically this is it's a 1-2 punch for me.
Yeah, I like the negative space and like just how, like you're saying, the whites really make the figure. They shape the figure,
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me of Nihilist like compilation of like other demos where it's just like white, like an inverted ghoul on the front and then white logo.
Yes.
It's like that's perfect.
Yeah, totally. It's simple, and I love simple. I love when things are like just done with conviction, and simple, but you can still appreciate it just the same. Like the other thing is, I really love that there doesn't have to be like a big scene. There doesn't have to be a background. Like I love that kind of thing. For me, I like to kind of like Shagath and I, like Lucas and I have talked about this before, but like creating things in a vacuum is something that I really gravitate towards when it comes to artwork. I'm not much of a background guy. I'm not much of a like scene. This is the scene, you know what I mean? So that's a little bit of a challenge. And like when I'm having the most fun, it's like essentially a vignette. You know what I mean? It's like just it's an image within a space, and then like just the focal point is right there, and there's nothing else going on behind it or anything like that. But
yeah, I agree. I like when bands do this because it's almost like a demo art mentality, because they could take this art and put on a black shirt and still look badass.
Yes.
You can get two birds with one stone, as opposed to like some bands that here's the cover and here's 50 designs for this album, and they never put the cover on a shirt for some fucking reason.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, for sure. I think I always I think that's another thing about me that like I want to make shit like I don't feel like this might not be a good thing to say, but I don't feel like I've gotten to a point where I'm a record cover guy as much as I'm a t-shirt guy or a demo guy. And like for my art, like for people to represent other bands, like I like to keep it with ink and I like to keep it really simplistic with color and things like that. And I'm kind of pushing myself to go further with covers and things like that and scenes and things like that. But yeah, like exactly what you said, dude. Like just the fact that it can be easily translated into something like into a t-shirt or whatever. And I actually own this t-shirt. I snagged a shirt of this, like a few months ago.
It's funny you say like that you don't consider yourself like a cover artist or whatever, because I wish I could do more demo art.
Yeah.
You could just sit down and like just bang out like some awesome gross shit within like a couple hours. I suppose it's like really elaborate cover or a shirt that's 15 fucking colors, and I just miss the days of do demo shit like to scratch and you're done.
For sure. Even that is a challenge for me though. Like it's a whole process regardless of how much is going on in the piece, and you know. But either way,
severed torso, dude. Severed torso, and then you're done. That's it.
The severed torso thing is like it's like cool, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't want to just admit defeat and say I can't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that I can't finish
totally,
this off or whatever.
Yeah.
Or like I don't want to be the artist that's like, I can't draw hands, so I'm not drawing hands. Like I have this person no, I'm pushing myself to do it. You know what I mean? But like, there's a time
I draw amputees exclusively.
Dude, some people just embrace what they can at the time, and I get it. But it's like it's you know, push past it.
Yeah, you gotta push yourself.
Where, like, if you don't feel comfortable making like a certain like appendage or whatever, push yourself to fucking make it, even if it looks weird, because it's probably gonna look even cooler than if you did like a fucking photorealistic like image of a hand or whatever. Like, just go for it. I don't know.
I feel you.
Yeah, so check out Drew Elliott. He's fucking fantastic. I might have him on Form Terror Friday sometime.
That'd be really cool.
That'd be cool.
Is he still doing a lot of stuff?
Yeah, he's still making artwork. Absolutely. I think he's like more selective about like covers and things like that for bands and stuff. But he was pretty. He was active in the '90s for sure, with a lot of really fucking awesome music. So. Definitely check out his Discogs, his metal archives, like all of the things that he's done. Super fucking sick. And this stuff, like it ranges. Like this Necrophagia album is obviously like more painterly. There's like more color going on. I think at this point he's more gravitated towards that end of his abilities.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got like kind of like some cartoonish elements of his stuff a lot that I'm seeing a lot lately. So he kind of plays around with a bunch of different stuff, but definitely worth checking out. And yeah, he's a super fucking nice guy. Yeah, I don't want to be too long-winded, but.
So just real quick, I wanted to chime in on that Amorphis thing. I really like how there's like a motion going, like an action happening.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the times it'll be like you say, like a severed torso or something. It's like the action's already happened. This is the aftermath. If that dude's like actively ripping his heart out.
Yeah,
I like that
those
kind of
guts.
stuff.
The guts have the motion, like a fucking comic book, man. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And he's super happy about it too.
He's like, I got my heart, man. I want a little blood.
Sorry. Now I can't even see that guy the same way.
Looks so happy.
Looks like fucking Smeagol, man.
It kind of looks like Smeagol. Like it looks like Gollum. And the funny thing is, like, I'm doing something right now for a project that I'm using this as like a little bit of reference, but like inspiration.
Like a jumping off point.
Because it's very dark. There's only white, and it is a ghoulish creature surrounded in that darkness. So like that's, yeah, for sure. And I just want to say one more thing. Like, it looks to be like he's coming either out of a cloud or he's like coming out of water, maybe, which is interesting. And there's like a defining line that kind of shows like where he's, you know what I mean? Like there's like, it's like he's almost
like
splashing out of something, or there's smoke or something that's like, you know, in front of his body itself, I think. But
I think that's the snake, because I've got it pulled up on my PC. There's like you can see it kind of wraps forward and then goes back around him.
Is it obscuring the one arm? Is that what you're saying? Like it kind of crosses it?
No. There's like it's like if you like the left arm, if you follow all the way down,
yeah,
there's some highlights that are going on right there, and it kind of, to me, it looks like there's some sort of like cloud or wave or some sort of splashing, or like maybe it's his intestines. Who fucking knows? Maybe it's just
I got you. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean? But it's just kind of interesting, and I want to ask him about it a little bit more. But
I'm going to check this out.
I had my brightness down way too low to see that.
I'm seeing the snake now too. I didn't notice that.
Definitely a snake in there,
which is interesting because, like, yeah, it's weird. Like, I've looked at this so much, but I've never noticed the snake, and I want the actual cover to be able to look at, because all I've seen is online and the T-shirt I have. You know what I mean? So it's like,
is it a pretty pricey album because it's, you know, really early stuff? And...
I don't fucking know, man. I don't think so. It's on Relapse probably still. This is like the prelude to the Corellian Isthmus, which is like an awesome full length. And that's also Relapse. So, and they have this shirt also on Relapse, but I got it from another company, and I can't remember it right now, but yeah, like, I do want to own this. I haven't had a vinyl, I haven't had a record player set up in a minute, and it's, I blame Luke. No, I'm just kidding. He's you know, we live together, and he was like, yeah, I got a record player, and it's just missing the needle. It just has to be replaced. Okay. 3 years later, he's like, we finally got a fucking needle, and like, I'm supposed to be getting another place. So it's like, great timing, dude. No, I'm just kidding.
Take it with you. Screw them. It's yours now.
All right, let's keep on trucking.
Sorry.
Number 3.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is one of the few instances where the censored is actually better than the original, and I love Vince Locke the best. I don't think I've seen that. Gotten to this shit, but this is the German censored version, I believe.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was Vince Locke for a long time because it's so different than his other stuff. But this album cover, it has, again, the lighting. It has depth with like the arm kind of over the casket, the drapery, like the distorted corpse, but half-eaten corpse, the severed heads on like the candlesticks, and like the depth on that. Like, there's just so much going on in this cover, but yet again, so simple with that focus. Tomb of the Mutilated, the hand-drawn typography is awesome as well. Love the parental advisory sticker on the front too.
He painted that. No.
He painted that.
Dude, he knew it was already going to be there.
I got to put this out. You know, the Barnes hand-drawn logo, the Cannibal Corpse one. I do like that one. I know why they don't use it anymore, but it's still a pretty timeless logo. But yeah, overall, this album cover is just so sick, disgusting. I actually think it's more brutal than the original one. The original one where the severed torso is eating
getting eaten out. Yeah.
I don't know if it's more brutal.
Well, I think it's more like graphic. Let's say it's graphic, right?
It's graphic as fuck,
but this one's a little bit more disturbing to me.
It's interesting. Yeah, I'm looking at both, and same color palette. same fucking like it's alluding to the same like scene.
Yeah.
There's the stone where the hand is, and this record cover is the stone she's leaning against.
Yeah.
Same hand, no blood, and then be like in the not in the foreground, in the background, but obviously like the more focal point is the dude that's eating the girl out, and the one is just kind of like looming over this, this unseen figure. It's interesting. And then what's really cool about it is the background with these extra elements that you don't see in the first Tomb of the Mutilated painting. There's just like so much more to look at behind, and it's all done with mostly just white to like suggest these like ghoulish entities, like these fucking heads strung up. It's super fucking brutal, dude. This lock is insane.
No, man, I have slight disagreements on some of your comments because I love the original because it's so bold and audacious, but I do think this cover's like equally as good, and for like different reasons. I have a shirt of this with the OG logo. Like I love this shit.
Yeah.
What I really like about this painting is there's like a diagonal brush stroke that you see right around that elbow. Like, dude, that's like so choice, just like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna flex a little.
Really draws the eye.
I got a Vince Locke original right there. It's actually right next to yours, Dr. Bund. So I got a Moribund original, and I got Vince Locke.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, I bought a sketchbook from it, and this was just like in the package.
That's what I have, one of those too.
Yeah, it's just like a quick sketch, but dude, it's like so freaking good. For like just like he probably did like 10 minutes on it, but it's it's a prized possession. But yeah, and talk about the logo too, real quick. I love the old school logo. Anytime I can find merch that has the old logo, I buy it because I have like at least like 6 Cannibal Corpse shirts. I have some new logo stuff, but it's like something I always hunt for. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hard to find now.
It's another like iconic logo that it just doesn't. It's not as you can't embrace it as much with the newer one. But I mean, obviously that one's sick, but the old one, on the bleeding and whatnot. But I like to imagine Lee at Easter Sunday with his Tomb of the Mutilated shirt,
Yeah, I don't have a man. Oh man, I see. I bought the censored shirt, probably because I'm too concerned about that for going out in public. But man, you gotta respect the game for how like bold and pushing they did with the visuals at the time.
For sure.
All right, here I got a different pick that I bet nobody saw coming. So here's my thing, man. I'm 32. This was when I was in high school. This was like the sound, all right. And like I remember loving this shit, and the art I think is very cool. I like Par Olofsson's stuff a lot, but this one, like the symmetry, the colors. It's a digital painting in like a time where there was a lot of bad digital paintings, so like I was pretty impressed with that. But dude, like this era of tech death, I think this is probably one of the best albums. It's like 30 minutes, and this is before Michael Keane got a really big heroin problem.
Yeah.
But dude, like this album slaps. Like it just brings me right back to being like 17 again. So every time I hear it, it just gives me joy. So it's a more, kind of that awkward period. It's not old school death metal by any means. It's also not like the newer stuff. It's pretty clean, but well done tech death. And I think the cover holds up. So this is just really nostalgic for me.
It's a great cover. I mean, the hues and the lighting from coming within and everything else is dark. And again, a focal point, right? Like, not crazy. I think some of Parr's stuff gets almost too crazy. You get into that Seagrave space. But like this one, it just really, it works really well.
Yeah. And anything that's like sci-fi oriented, I'm very interested in. Aliens, dude. I'm a big alien kind of guy.
Yeah. I liked his annotations of the autopsy. The one like I forget what it's called, where it's like a giant like
There's like a path and stuff to it.
Yeah, it's like a throne, like a bone throne or something. That one's really well done too.
Yeah, same era.
Yep. He did splattered. That splattered one's really good.
Yeah. I don't know. Anybody else like this album? Like, or am I alone on this one?
I've never heard it, but I like the art. I'm looking. I've got it pulled up here.
This is the best Faceless album by far.
Do any of you know about? It was like a bootleg Yu-Gi-Oh called Duel Masters.
Yeah.
Anyone remember that? That's kind of what the art. It looks like the artwork that was on some of those cards.
I can see that. I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh is my generation too, man.
I feel like all right. So the painting is really awesome. The digital painting is awesome. I am enjoying some of the strange creature faces that are kind of coming out from the sides. Mm-hmm. My only thing, I shouldn't like critique it, but I think like I just have this thing about logos and like
it's too big
looks of logos. It's a little big, but it's taking away from the painting for me with the color choices.
Yeah.
That's really the thing. And I know that it's like it sticks. It's like that's part of the piece, I think, for you and your nostalgia, I'm sure.
No, your comment's fair. I agree.
In seeing it, without with the logo colors downplayed a little more, to really appreciate the artwork that's happening behind it. I've heard of the Faceless. I've never listened to the Faceless. I think
it might not be your taste.
Definitely be into the Faceless. He's talked about it before. But yeah, and like the other thing is like I shy away from anything with a logo that has a gradient, just because it speaks to like metalcore and deathcore, and like it's just not my thing. But so I may have like seen this somewhere. I've been like, I'm good. I'm gonna find something. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But not to knock anyone else's taste. It's more just like I think I would just appreciate the cover more if the logo wasn't just like so much.
Well, I just like that. I have one pulled up without the logo, and there's like a whole like moon planet type thing that the logo's covering up.
Well, shit. Yeah.
I should have picked that for this, but no. But I
think that's
man. I think if it was maybe done nowadays, maybe the logo would have been more. Maybe standards have kind of changed a bit since 2008 or whatever. It's a good comment.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's not to like knock, your nostalgia or like anyone else's interest in this like fucking epic record to whoever. It's just to me, like, if I'm looking at this to look at the painting, I'm distracted. That's all.
No, that's fair. Well, anybody who likes tech death and they haven't listened to the Faceless, I think it's probably top 5 best. That next to like Necrophagist Epitaph would be like the best. And Spawn of Possession, Noctambulant. Those are the top 3 tech death albums, in my opinion. All right, cool. What you got, Tannen?
Hey,
got a gun, so of course you're interested.
You already know. It's so the cover in itself, you got the boy at gunpoint. He's crying. I love the cover. But then the music inside of it is beautiful. This was my first exposure to Slam, and I didn't know who is it. Sean Carr.
Yeah, he did other.
I couldn't figure out who did it. Okay. Yeah, I don't really have much to say, like cover-wise, for it. I mean, it's pretty simple. I mean, I like the way that Voracious Contempt's written at the bottom.
Very 90s, man.
Yeah.
That ain't no font.
That ain't no font.
It looks like the Cure logo. That's what it looks like to me. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I can see that.
It looks like the Genesis logo or something.
Oh, dude,
for
yeah,
sure,
it looks
yeah.
like the Genesis.
Yeah,
logo.
yeah,
Probably the
yeah,
Genesis
yeah,
logo.
there it is.
You're right.
Oh man. Yeah, no, I am wondering if that's like some sort of font, but that's funny. I don't know if someone like made that a whole alphabet.
It's probably on default now. But yeah, what about the music, Tannen?
Music, I just like Epoch of Barbarity. I fucking love that song. And then Anointed in Servitude as the vomit fourth lyric. I really love that album.
Yeah, it's sick, man. The first Slam album, I believe that's what's considered. This is the first Slam song, I believe, is Liege.
See, and I'm like I said, I'm pretty new to all this stuff. So like you hear conflicting things. Like a lot of it, I hear it's Suffocation kind of was the beginning of Slam, but then I hear Internal Bleeding is. I don't really know who did it.
This is my take. I think Suffocation had the first Slam breakdown, but the first Slam album, I'd say, probably was Internal Bleeding, like full. Like they say that they're Slam. You know, maybe they even came up with the term. I don't think Suffo came up with the term Slam personally.
Okay.
But somebody can correct me in the comments. We can do some research. But.
No, I agree with that. I think Suffo wrote the first slamming breakdown, if you will. Then Internal Bleeding said that sounds awesome. Like let's make an album.
Yeah,
and that's what they did.
Yeah, I'm really big. I like the production on this. I know the band, like Chris Pervelis hates it. He said it was super rushed, but it just sounds so. I don't even know how I describe it. It's just raw, I guess. I don't know. I love it. I love everything about this album.
Yeah,
it's crazy when bands like talk shit on their stuff that we all love. Like it sounds so.
Yes.
It sounds like because we're gonna remaster to make it sound like shit. Like do that.
Leave it be. Well, they have I think it's a comp album. It might be Alien Breed, but it has their dollar demo on it.
Yeah,
I like the demo.
Yeah,
I don't. Something about the demo scratches my itch. I don't know.
Yep. There's a lot of bands where like you'll hear the demo like, oh man, it's awesome, and they go in the studio, you're like, you fucked this up so bad.
Yeah.
We get to listen to it after the fact. I think the younger guys here, and like, yeah, I feel like I always take the demo over the.
Yeah, I don't know why. Like, if it's just a sound or like they sound passionate within the music, but
right, yeah,
I don't know.
I think it's
even like the Suffocation demos, like there's 2 tracks on Human Waste and they sound incredible, and then they put those tracks or re-record them on like different albums, and it's just not the same.
Interesting.
I think when something's lower fidelity, your imagination can fill in some of the gaps too, and you know,
interesting.
That's at least how I interpret. Like, why do people like lo-fi black metal? To me, it's because in between the static, you can basically form your own world.
Yeah,
Yeah,
interesting.
That's a good point. I've never thought about it on that level.
There's some bands that need that like really crisp sound. Like Necrophagus is a great example. Like, their demos are awesome, but they do actually sound better when they're in the studio.
Right? Yeah. If you're the more technical, I think a band is like the less justice it's gonna do if it's lower quality, I guess.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, the most fucking disgusting shit you can listen to on demo by bands that are like slogging fucking riffage and just doing like evil fucking chords. It just sounds cooler when it's fucking the early shit with less, polished production. And
I agree.
Hell yeah.
All right, Fred, Turketa.
Yeah, let's talk about Turketa. So again, this feeds in a little bit from the second one, from Amorphis, Privilege of Evil, Drew Elliott, to Turketa, because you can see the logo on the top left. That was altered. That was like an alternate version that Drew Elliott did. So that's kind of fun. But yeah, Chris Moyen, dude, he's touched so many amazing, fucking memorable death and black metal releases. Done so many incredible T-shirt designs. He's just spread the gamut of representing so many rad fucking musicians. But this specifically speaks to me because I love Derkeda's music. And I really do love this piece. It's just, I love his style. I love his way of going about inking. Is really smart. It's again simple, but it's very effective. It's just, again, high contrast, and just keeping it stark black where it needs to be, not getting overly complicated with anything, getting all the points across, but also like having fun with nothing perfect anatomically, just like within the realm of, you know, an identifiable whatever the subject matter is. You know what I mean? It's a cool, weird demon. Like, that's all you fucking need to know. That's all you need to care about. And yeah, Premature Burial, Eternal Misery. I don't own it. Again, it's one thing that I'm looking to own at some point. I do have a T-shirt of it, which it's like the only thing I can hang on to at this point. But for at least for now. But yeah, I really love Chris Moyan's work. He's done a bunch of different stuff. Things of note: Entrapment of Evil. Again, the alternate cover for the EP. This was when Will Romer was the vocalist of Incantation. And he's also done member of the Deliverance of Horrific Prophecies, which is on the right there, which I feel like at this point, everybody who knows Incantation has seen that image probably over Entrapment of Evil's artwork. But I do really appreciate the Entrapment artwork because, again, it's just, I don't know, it's simple. It's got everything that you need to know about what's going on, but it's like kind of crude, and it just has like a fucking badass feel to it. It's just raw, you know what I mean? And then the Mortician piece that he did there, which is just so fucking cool that it's like neon green on white. It's just like, what a fucking decision, man. Like, that is so fucking rad. And like, there's a lot of cool detail going on in there. But it's also, again, like, it's his style. He just keeps it. It shows you what you need to see, and not like there's no background in that.
There's
image.
a lot of space in his stuff.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So again, I think you can see why I appreciate this.
No, that's cool, man. Did you see? I think today, Pirate Press announced Derkeda and Voracious are playing in your neck of the woods. You see that?
I had talked to Phil because Phil of Pirate Press is having Bloodspore play with Spectral Voice in Pittsburgh.
Hell yeah!
And he was thinking of getting Derkeda on that bill instead of Inoculation. And the only reason that he didn't bring them on, which, dude, it would have been so fucking good because I really love Derkeda, but the reason that he couldn't bring them on was because it was too close to Maryland Death Fest, and they only can do like select shows. There's a lot of stuff going on,
radius clauses and stuff. Yeah.
Well, it on the even like outside of music, there's a lot of stuff going on in each of the band members' worlds. So, but yeah, I did not see that they were playing Philly. Are you talking about Philly?
I don't know, man. I just looked at the flyer and I was like literally putting this in the slide deck. I was like, oh, that's funny timing. And I thought it said Pennsylvania. So,
well, Pittsburgh, but I don't know.
Probably not Philly then, but I don't know up north as well as I know the south, so I don't know like how the distance and stuff with stuff.
Yeah, right on. But yeah,
I saw Derkeda once.
Yeah.
at Mass Destruction Fest. So that's like
Oh, sick.
it's a really good Atlanta fest. They're similar to things like Maryland Death Fest in the sense that like they try to bring over bands that don't play very often. It's on a smaller scale, but like for the South, it's probably one of the best death metal fests, and it's right here in Atlanta, so it's not far from me at all.
Dude, I've seen some really killer fucking lineups for those fests of the past few years, and it's definitely something I wish I could go enjoy, but not as easy as I'd like it to be.
Yeah, I saw Mortician the last time for the first time, and that was amazing live. But Dercada, man, like I hadn't listened to them before the show, and it's like so interesting because the vocalist, it's a really tiny woman, like really tiny, and she's very shy, and she doesn't really say much in between the songs. She's just really like kind of meek, but then just like becomes a beast in the song. So it's like an interesting contrast.
Yeah.
But I was intrigued by them, and like I like their sound, man. Very dirgy, very cool.
Yeah. Definitely love it. Raw, evil, kind of slow, mostly slow. Double bass right where it needs to be. Doomy as fuck. But yeah. I also just really dig the red on this cover. So.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. Anybody else got any takes on Moyen's art? Either of these slides?
Guys know I got some homework to do. I got a lot of bands to check out later.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely prefer Moyen stuff when he does black and white or one color, but when he starts to do like Photoshop airbrush, it's a heavy pass for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like this one. I like back in the day, especially the Gorphasia one where it's just a one color.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's one color 7-inch or whatever. Those are always interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, very cool. All right, Nev. I had never heard of this before.
Really?
Yeah.
So
I love this album title.
Yeah, so like it's from 2000, Paemia. Probably one of my favorite, probably even my top 5 real death metal albums of all time. The classic John Zig, airbrush, super focused, no background, some light on the top. Also has one of my favorite track titles, Sugar Spiced Anus, which is just hilarious. It's brutal. It has the ping. It has the gurgle vocals. But it's really well done, and it's just raw enough to sound like just like disgusting. But yeah, I just like that there's a spoon. It's taking a chunk out of the brain. I like that it's peeled back, almost like that scene from Hellraiser. For some reason, he has a wrench in his hand. Like also falling, like his head's falling off from his neck, the neck and his skull. So while it's like super dark and gingy, there's actually a lot going on within the piece. So yeah, I mean, I know the font Cerebral Serial it's a font. It is whatever. But yeah, I just loved. I love Zig's old airbrush stuff with like Disgorge and Century and. Deeds of Flesh, of course, like that. Those are just really classic records, but also the style was very different for death metal. You know, when you had like a Seagrave or probably even a Moyen too at that point doing like pen and ink, he's doing airbrush. You know, no one was doing death metal album covers, but he was doing it and doing it really well. I actually think they still hold up.
Yeah, they're cool, man.
Really cool.
Yeah.
Cerebral Serial, dude. Like, what?
I don't know what it is about him. He's just looking down in there.
Yeah, he's got the spoon, so he's ready.
He's getting in there. He's going to get him on.
I love that he's got a wrench, too, though. It's like...
Yep.
Is he like... what the fuck?
He's got the tools of the trade, you know? Just let him have the tools of the trade. So,
I just like to imagine him taking the wrench and like doing absolutely nothing with it. Like there's a bolt in the neck, like bolt in the brain.
Yeah.
And then he's just scooped like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I need to listen to this, dude, because I actually have slept on this.
Yeah, it's early Unique Leader. It's very disgorged, but more I don't want to say Swedish death metal, but I think they are from Europe. But there's a different sound that's different than the Scourge.
Okay.
Really good, incredible drumming, really good riffs, just disgusting vocals. It's not gore grind, it's not anything like that, but it's definitely my top 5 brutal death metal albums.
Okay.
There's like definitely you can see like some of the overspray too.
Yeah.
Like in the especially on that shoulder. Like
Yeah.
I mean some of that stuff like it could easily be accidental. Like whenever I'm fucking around with an airbrush, dude, it's very unforgiving.
Oh yeah, I tried it. I tried once and I just threw it away. I'm like, never again.
Dude, I kind of hate it, honestly.
I would love to do it. I would love to, but I have -0 patience for that shit.
I love the look, but I hate using it.
Yeah, exactly. That's a great way to say it.
Right.
Didn't do any of you guys remember Spinal Chamber?
Yeah, I don't remember that.
He was an artist. I think he did airbrush.
He did, yeah. I haven't seen any of his stuff recently though.
There's another who does airbrush. They just did that new Mortal Wound.
No, that's Tachu Pichu.
But that's airbrush, right?
Yes.
Yes,
they use airbrush. Yeah.
Nev, I'm laughing because of because of the comments of that one thing that got brought up about it.
Oh yeah, I liked it. I like the airbrush. I like the Cerebral rot.
Absolutely. No, Karina's awesome. She does some fantastic work. It's just a different look. You know what I mean? She's a tattoo artist. She does really fucking cool.
She did another one that was really good. She did another one besides the Cerebral rot that was really good. Now the name escapes me.
It's homie that made the comment and talked about it too. It's Disemboweled.
That's it. Yep, that's it.
Yeah,
yep, that's a good one. But I like it, so whatever.
Yeah, I like that look.
I think it's interesting. You know what I mean? It's like it's like you said, like where no one else is doing that shit, it can be appreciated for a different medium to look at over a sea of oil paint and pen and ink and whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, like
he was a master on this one for sure.
All right, here, Blood Incantation, Hidden History of the Human Race. So we got some licensed art from Bruce Pennington. It's a sci-fi.
Poop their pants about it.
I was one of those guys. I apologize. To them. I called them out. I'm like, they're stealing some art. It's like, it's licensed. I'm like, sorry.
All right, sorry to cut you off, Liam.
Well, I hope it's licensed.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It is.
Well, it's kind of like Altar using some, I can't even think of his fucking name. Ian Miller art,
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, once again, dude, aliens, right? So I'm naturally interested. And then I also just love the composition of this piece. I think it works perfectly with the album, which this and Starspawn are my favorite, releases for them. Bruce Pennington, man, it just speaks to me. Like I love, once again, all the space, but even on like the back, there's like a continuation of the theme. And I'm a big sucker for like old sci-fi book covers. It's like I kind of like hunt them out, and like I have a very small sci-fi collection, but I just love looking at them when I go to like a used bookstore and stuff. So this kind of look where he's using probably some airbrush techniques to get those gradients that smoothen the background. This kind of stuff just fascinates me, and I think it's a perfect marriage for Blood Incantation. And from their perspective, it's a really good move to like try to get an artist like Bruce Pennington, who's not really seen that much in the genre. Because I feel like the one thing about Blood Incantation is they're always trying to shake things up and kind of like Death be a couple steps ahead just in this generation. So for me, killer cover, killer album, perfect marriage. I got like 2 t-shirts of this shit at least.
Yeah, Paul's a thorough dude, man. He would get it fucking licensed. It's fucking awesome. Really cool painting. Really interesting ideas. but this was again. When was this originally? The book cover.
60s or 70s, probably.
70s or something.
Yeah. It's
Which is that's my favorite period of art. Is for me is the 60s, 70s, and 80s. One thing too with the alien, like look at those fingers, man.
Yeah.
Like there's a creepy element to him, and like he's using some of the like normal alien tropes of the elongated head and the big eyes, but like there's an element of creepiness. There's almost like a vampiric quality to him.
Or
I
like
think it's really neat.
The webbing or skin that's around the alien, and it goes back to like that architecture in the back is pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of plays off of it. That's really cool.
Yeah.
And it's kind of interesting. It's almost like there's like it's like a cobweb kind of thing going on, which is rad.
Right.
Like at first it kind of reminds me of like a mummy, because like and it honestly, I mean, that makes total sense too. I think that it's probably what ties in with the book is probably about Egyptian and alien, like some sort of correlation there. But yeah, I see some mummy influence in there for sure.
Totally. I got a big art portfolio of Bruce Pennington's work, and it'll probably say where it's like originally credited to, but I don't have it off the top of my head.
Mm-hmm. It's like Nefertiti a little bit.
What you looking up on the interwebs, Tannen?
Well,
you hacking the mainframe, dude?
I am hacking. I'm figuring out the licensing agreements here. No, there's like a version of that picture that it goes down a little bit further, and the alien's on skulls. I didn't know that originally.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's like his little like mummy webbing goes on top of the skulls.
Ah, see, that would have been awesome.
Yeah.
It's weird how they
that negative space is good for the logos. They got to make sacrifices,
Yeah.
I guess. Always going to add covers, man. If you're death metal, you put a fucking skull on that cover. It's just...
They were trying to hide it. It's been there the whole time.
There should have been more skulls.
Yep.
Should have been skulls on those weird geometric
skulls on skulls, man.
Yeah, he could have put skulls there.
Yeah.
He could have looked like a xenomorph, had the little skull face thing.
There you go.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Yeah, that's really rad.
Tannen. Got a familiar face.
Some wormies. Some Brad Moores.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one, the cover is just crazy. I was looking at it earlier, and there's still shit I'm finding, like little bugs and whatnot. But obviously, Brad Moore, crazy dog. Yeah, I'm really into Worm, like musically.
Yeah,
I'll usually throw it on whenever I'm drawing. It's just a nice way to vibe out. But yeah, I don't know. I really like the kind of sludgy doom, almost black metal stuff they've got going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it seems like Worm, every album is going further and further black metal, but like kind of keeping some of the doom elements.
I feel like that's where like Homie's roots were, though. You know what I mean? Like
yeah. I guess like the thing before the first album was black metal, and then he went.
Yeah, it was straight black metal. Really, it was really raw.
Gloomlord for me, though, like I'll say, Gloomlord is definitely my favorite release because it's just it's disembowelment worship. It's fucking fantastic. The artwork is awesome. But anyway, I'm just saying that's.
I think I liked the demos. I think there was one I preferred the demos more.
Okay.
I forgot.
Was that the? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I forgot what the cover is. I thought it was like black and white with a red logo or something. I can't remember.
That might be the black metal thing we're talking about.
I think that's the one I actually liked.
Yeah, because it's really raw.
Yep.
Yeah. Got that Kmart microphone.
The Kmart walkie-talkie microphone. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Foreverglade was the first thing I got exposed to because I like Blue Nothing. I almost chose it because I like the artwork for Blue Nothing a lot more. Just the like blues and purples in it, and a little Reaper dude in the middle. But yeah, I really love this album.
Yeah, I like the latest two songs that Worm did on that split with Dream Unending. I think that was like to me some of the most interesting stuff he's done
I've-
so far. Just my
I've
taste.
not checked it out yet. I played like one song and then got distracted, and I haven't went back yet.
It's definitely more black metal. There's even like some symphonic qualities, but like, I mean, I like the like real old like Dimmu Borgir shit. So like it kind of fits into that.
Riddick's painting for that is just fucking
Yeah.
awe-inspiring. It's
It's cool.
like
I wish you to paint more. Mark, paint more. He did that Arceus
seriously,
cover.
like
That
the
was,
fucking
that
sky.
It was like the last Arceus cover I think he did. Wasn't that done in paint? Wasn't that white paint with the skulls? That was
No.
badass.
I'll have to ask him. But
That was
I think he had
the funniest. It was like the funniest flex ever. He was just, because he's normally doing like pen and ink work, and then out of nowhere just throws out this crazy painting.
And he's like, yeah, I don't know if I'm like happy with it. I'm like, dude, you just blew like so many painters out of the water with this. Like, what the fuck kind of textures he got with that cosmic scene?
That's our
like,
Mark.
so cool. But yeah, to speak to Brad Moore's work, I feel like
Brad's
that's
insane.
like the best way I can explain what Brad's work looks like is you're tripping, and it's made from a guy who's never tripped. Like I learned that he's never experimented with drugs, and I was like, what? Like, dude, like,
I don't know if I believe that.
Like, are you painting nightmares for other people tripping? Like, that's what's happening here.
Brad Moore, trip sitter. He just paints in front of you while you're tripping.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. You don't even need to trip. You just look at his work and you're tripping. It's sick.
Like I'm looking at it right now, and there's like up on the upper right hand side. There's a hooded figure. I just never even noticed.
Yeah.
There's a lot of illusions, It's like are you seeing something or are you not? Yeah. I mean, he's a surrealist at the end of the day.
Yeah. Through and through, dude. It's
that guy uses AI generation.
Yep, that's it.
He's been doing it the whole time.
You heard it first.
Brad Moore is AI before AI.
Yeah. He's
Artifact
a hero.
incarnate.
Yeah.
All right, what we got next? Fred.
Oh, yes.
Got this
Yeah,
classic.
Oh, shit.
I had a feeling, like, I thought maybe someone was going to do Turka, but we have to talk about Turka. So, all right. There's less connective tissue here from the other ones I've done, but like this is its own new web that it starts with so many other different things. So yeah, this Nespithe, I believe, is what I consider it to be pronounced. I don't know if it's Nespithe for other people or whatever.
I say Nespithe, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's Nespithe. Just the interesting like creatures, the figures that Turka has created, like as his own, like to exist in his own world that he just puts into all of his work, that he has put into his work time and time again, is just so. It's just so fucking interesting to me, and it really draws my eye. It's got such a unique quality about it. And the music is it's I don't think it can be likened to any other band. Like Demilich is like none other. Like they just did their own insanely weird thing, and like I just love that so much. And it goes completely, like some of it goes completely over my head as far as technicality, but it's like my one exception for technical fucking death metal bands, I think, because it's just so out of the box, so fucking weird. And Auntie Bowen, he made the fucking logo, and it's probably one of my favorite logos to this day. Like, I don't know. It's again, it's another something that stands out. So the music, the artwork that it's being represented with, and even the logo, all like are just a trifecta of just like the perfect thing to like exist as death metal incarnate for me. After like really trying to learn like the roots of death metal and things like that, you can't not talk about Turka. And I want to also definitely shout out Nev, because he fucking put this incredible piece together for Vanishing Sessions, dude. And that is just so fucking rad. Like that's great. Like, how was that working with like Auntie and like doing that? Like,
I actually didn't work with a band. I worked with Dissonant Tapes, Andrew. But then, like, we would obviously get the feedback from the band, but there was no feedback, and they did compliment me afterwards, like that I really captured like those tracks. So that was really cool. It's funny because like on the left is David from Undergang stuff, which I almost put on this.
Dude, it just blows my mind. It's
this shit, when I first saw it, I thought it was Bernie Wrightson.
That's what it looks like. It looks like
Frankenstein. What do you mean David did this? He's, oh yeah, I did this. I'm like, first off, fuck you, because this is amazing. I love Ink Legion stuff. I love David's stuff. It's super raw, but it's super crisp. All this stuff is incredible. His logo works great. So to be on the same page with my buddy David, like that's pretty rad. So.
Shouts out to David fucking Mickelson. What a fucking powerhouse.
Yeah, all of his Undergang stuff, Sequestrium, like just it's all really cool shit.
Incredible, dude. Incredible. Yeah, it was a pleasure meeting him finally in person when he came and played Philly with Pissgrave and fucking Miasmatic Necrosis.
Yeah. What
a fucking treat. We got a nice we snapped a little pic, goofy ass face he's making. Yeah. It's perfect. I love that guy.
That cover was fun.
Well, okay, so real quick, I just want to talk about Turka's other work because, like I said, like I feel like he has made so many fucking awesome, iconic death metal releases that if you see his work on something, you know it's him if you're familiar with him. This Depravity record is incredible. Silence of the Centuries. It was I was going back and forth. I was like, which one do I want to represent Turka? And then like, I also wanted to talk about the reissue because that's just as iconic and just as interesting. So I just wanted, thank you, Lee, for letting me like include these in the slide deck.
Totally.
Just because I feel like if we're talking about Turka, you have to see like a few examples of his work.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what else can you say about Turka, man? Like, it's just it's super weird. There's like I love the sunken in eyes, and like the expressions on the figures' faces, if they're not obscured by bandages. Like, there's it's so unique and weird. And then like, you know, he didn't even have to go crazy in detail behind these like ghoulish, screaming, suffering beings. It's just some weird crypt behind them or some mausoleum or something. It's just, you can kind of get the idea that it's stone. It doesn't need to be, it's not important. What's important is what's going on in the foreground.
Yeah.
These fucking like agonized people or beings. And like, they're just like in a sea of fog. Like, it's just ominous and strange and striking. Like the color choices. I love how it plays off of the purple logo, which Depravity's logo is super sick too. It's it's up there as well. But yeah, man. And he's also the drummer of a Demilich, and he's also made fucking record covers for a Demilich that are just as fucking like awe-inspiring. And
oh yeah.
I'm not even a painter, you know what I mean? Like, I'll probably never be at a level where I'm painting like he is. So it doesn't really speak to my style or anything. It's just inspirational in that he just keeps it weird and keeps it original, and the music that he represents is just fucking top notch. It's just death metal as fuck.
Yep.
It defines Finnish death metal, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's the other thing. It's Finnish death metal, which is like over Swedish. Like, I have things I appreciate about Swedish death metal, but I always find myself going back to Finnish if I had to choose one of the two.
I remember like discovering Demilich Nespithe like in like the MySpace days. So like at the time, like Tech Death was really big. I talked about that with the Faceless, and then I just found this cover and I was just like intrigued. I was like, this is some weird, like diamond in the rough type of thing. I put it on and was like, what the hell am I listening to? Showed it to my friends. They all hated it, but I was just intrigued. And I just kept listening to it. And like, I've been obsessed with this album for a long time. Just because it had this like charm to it. And there really is nothing else that sounds like it. Such a cool album.
It's toad metal.
Yeah, 100%. And I saw Demilich once. It was an amazing show. Blood Incantation opened for him, actually. Artificial Brain, too.
Oh, that definitely makes sense.
That's a stacked ass show, man.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite shows. Think about it. It was a tight venue, too. It was before a lot of those bands kind of were bigger.
Nice. Got to see them twice. Pretty close in proximity to each other, too. They played Maryland Death Fest the same year that I saw who the fuck did I mention earlier? Not Insect Warfare. Malignant Altar.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I saw Autopsy that year, dude. It was fucking insane. That year was cool as shit. But then Demilich made their way through Philly, and they played with some friends of mine, Tartarus Horde, and they played at this place called Photo Club, and it was so cool. We were like fucking 2 feet away from them. They were just being goofballs, like talking about like cheesesteaks and shit. It was hilarious. Monty's a fucking character, man. He is a really goofy, joyful dude, and it was cool to like get to meet him and stuff.
Oh yeah. Anybody else got anything to say about Demilich or Finished Death Metal?
The artwork, I've been staring at it this whole time. The dude in the back, I like how he very subtly, there's like a face there.
Yeah.
You have to really look at it. But
all the way in the back,
I always thought it was like a mountain for a long time, but yeah, upon looking at it with a lot of detail, yeah, it's a cloaked figure.
Just a cloaked dude, and then on the bottom right, that really fucked up face. I dig that.
He went the microwave for a little long, dude.
Yeah. No, it's an iconic cover, man. Love this shit.
Yeah.
And like I'm kind of hunting now. That it reminds me, I want to get the like an OG CD copy that has the original artwork, because I only have the. It's a really nice package, but the reissue that has the demos as well, like a CD copy of that.
That's the 20th anniversary one.
Yeah.
It's
a good set.
That one's awesome too.
Okay, I was gonna get that, but they were charging too much on eBay. But I may just say fuck it and do it.
Oh, it's worth it. I just, as a collector scum, I just like want the OG cover, you know, like because that's a pretty expensive, definitely expensive vinyl, but expensive CD as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of CDs, even like Cemetery CD. It's like $500.
I know, it's unreal.
Fuck,
that needs to be reissued. Those Cemetery albums.
Really shocked that it has not been reissued. Somebody's got to snag that shit up ASAP.
I think there was a tape reissue of Cemetery.
Yeah, I think there was a tape.
Yeah, I love those covers, man.
Oh yeah, that Cemetery cover is awesome.
All right, bringing to number 5, Nev.
Yeah, pretty much the one that started it all for me. Vince Locke is a fucking national treasure and should be on the dollar bill. The full layout is awesome. I love how the guts are draping over a bunch of the graves on the back tray, on the back panel. Just the frantic frenzy of like the splatter of the organs and chunks of the organs, and you just really feel that you were watching this waking cadaver ripped up. Like you're like watching him in the process.
Yeah.
The jeans, like the overlap of the guts on top of the jeans. For some reason, his shirt's gone, but his pants are on okay. Like, just something about this album cover is what made me want to do what I'm doing, whether I'm good at it or not. But just love this album, love this album cover, and Vince Locke is definitely a hero.
Have you met him?
I've talked to him online a couple of times. I've never met him. He comes to Chicago a lot because he's from Michigan, so he goes to like WizardCon when they let him in. The WizardCon kind of gets like stacked with a bunch of mutants, but this is just, and even like this, even to this day, his stuff is still some of the best out there, if not the best out there for this kind of music, you know.
Yeah.
I love to see that he's kind of branched off to different merch for Cannibal. Like he did the coffee, he did the beer. He did the DVD cover Century of Torment, which is another awesome looking cover.
Yeah.
I really love how he does his lighting. Sometimes it's too dark where you have to look, which I actually like, and then sometimes it's so bright you're like, holy shit, I didn't need to see all that gore like up front, Skeletal Domain is really dark, but then when you look at like something like oh god, what was the one where Gore Obsessed, or not Gore Obsessed? What's the one where like the woman is like giving birth to an alien demon?
Yeah. Wretched Spawn.
Like that is well lit. Like you can, and that's one of my favorite Cannibal records, and you can see everything in that. What was the one before that where the opening track's Pounding the Dust? It's like the Area 51 with like a weird blob wing thing, like
Bloodthirst.
Bloodthirst, thank you.
Yeah.
That's another one that's really well lit, and it's like fuck, like that's super intense. Again, another dude that uses focal points. I think later on, especially with the new one and Skeletal Domain, like they got a little bit more scenic, but they still had some sort of focal point. So this is one of my faves.
Want to see something random?
I
This
do.
is like somewhat of a shameless plug, but it's also from like 3 years ago. All right.
You got to do it. Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Parody art.
What the fuck were you thinking?
Yo, what were you smoking? What did Brad Moore give you to smoke, man?
Yeah, dude. So like, there was like a Reddit craze of like the Garfield turned dark. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna combine Cannibal Corpse and Garfield. It's like that's John in the corner on the grave.
Oh my god, dude! Blow that back up.
Yeah. And I put Garfield on the head.
What is that? Colored pen? No. What is that?
Yeah, colored pencil.
Colored pencil?
Dude, that's
awesome,
That's
dude.
awesome.
That's like fucking sell prints of that, dude.
That's
Here,
like
you want to see one more?
That's like shit you'd see on a Astro van in like a Kmart.
That's like the coolest fan art there is.
I love that, dude.
Like fan art mashup. Oh my
yeah,
god,
shit, dude.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
fucking awesome.
That's so good.
Yeah, I went through a period where I was just like wanted to do these pieces.
Please sell those as prints, dude. Come
That's
on.
awesome, man.
Yeah, thanks, man.
It required
I'll let
was
you
on me, John.
But yeah, dude, I think this is one of my favorite paintings that he's done personally. Like his painterly style earlier on, I really am drawn to. It's far from my favorite album. It's just not my. I like the like heavier stuff, and I was like thrash influenced, but the cover is my favorite.
Was this like pre-parental advisory sticker?
Yeah.
With the top.
It just says
lyrics.
contain lyrics warning that may offend.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the parental advisory was what, like 90 something, right?
I don't know. I'd have to look it up.
It was like super. It was like the super gore. Whatever that asshole was in. Whenever Al Gore,
PRMC or whatever.
Yeah, I think it was like in the early '90s. But yeah, this one's a banger.
It's crazy how it wraps around like that. I've got the Discogs thing pulled up, and there's like a tombstone with like a disfigured face across it.
And he had I think there was a picture of him on like Facebook many years ago holding the original. I think he was trying to sell it at the time, and he did sell it. I don't know to who, obviously, but to see the whole thing in its entirety without the logo, without all the track, it's dude,
that's probably like a $10,000 original, man.
Oh, I'm sure he made a good chunk of change on that.
Yeah, I mean, it's
right after
history.
Right after he probably sold it. You're probably exactly right. Yeah, you're probably exactly right. I mean, that's when I first heard Cannibal, and then it was ruined. I'm like, oh, what is this shit? I'm like, wait a minute, this is awesome, you know.
That whole story is funny too because they had like there was talks of them doing the Airheads thing, but then White Zombie ended up doing Airheads, and then Ace Ventura ended up being way bigger.
Yeah, but then there's like deleted scenes where Jim Carrey's like singing along with them. I've never seen those.
Oh, I haven't.
I have. I love Jim Carrey.
He was actually a fan. He was a fan of like them and Napalm Death and shit, which is still weird to me.
Yeah, on the talk show. Yeah,
it's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
But that's
Was that Letterman he's talking about that shit?
Or Arsenio Hall or something.
Oh, yeah. God, so funny. Napalm Death.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
God, I love Jim Carrey.
All right.
Nice.
Morbid Angel. Probably out of the old school death metal bands, probably my favorite. I've always loved this painting, and I have the kind of the full painting there on the right. I like the Steve Tucker era Morbid Angel stuff a lot. Really good riffs by Trey, of course, but then I like the vocals from Steve Tucker a ton. I just think this album's kind of like slept on. Like, this is a really fun era for me, and like when they're touring nowadays, they're playing a lot of stuff from this and Formulas. But yeah, I mean, Killer Dan Seagrave painting. This is kind of like it's almost like an in between of like between his early stuff and then now his more contemporary style, because like he has evolved a ton, and like this is when he was incorporating a lot of like architecture and stuff into his pieces. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the And Time Begins Decrepit Birth cover. There's a little bit of that. He's in that period. The kind of like Sumerian type of vibe definitely fits in with some of the track themes and the sound. Like, I think it's so weird that on like Summoning Redemption and like Kawazu, there's like just a bunch of like grasshoppers and shit like behind everything. Like, it's kind of irritating, but it's also kind of like just so far out that I kind of like it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this is a really good album to me. Love this mid period Morbid Angel.
This is one of those albums like we were talking about earlier where I actually never cared for Steve Tucker's stuff, but this album art was always like the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
I always tried to force myself to like it, but I just could never do it.
Even still?
I don't know why. Probably because I heard the original Morbid Angel first, and when they switched, I'm like, yeah, this isn't my Morbid Angel.
Yeah.
I'm not, whatever, opinions are opinions, like things like assholes or whatever, but this painting was always super intriguing to me, especially with all Steve's stuff. There's a lot of shitty art in the Steve era.
Yeah, I don't like the Domination cover.
No, like that's the one that sticks out. Why is this pool filled?
I love the music on Domination, but it's like
that cover's
the cover
bad.
is
that cover's
insanely, awesomely bad. I like it because it's so bad.
Yeah,
it's
I feel you there.
It's not fast food, man. Like, it's just bad.
Is that the like pink and green one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's not. It doesn't seem as like paint. It feels like it's digital for sure. It's definitely like mirrored imagery.
Yeah.
Like to make it symmetrical. But
I've heard little bits of Gateways, but I can't remember anything off of it.
And to be honest, it's really not that memorable on individual tracks as much as it's just fucking good riffs, and I just listen to it. Like, it is kind of hard to pinpoint tracks out. Like, Covenant to me is still like the best Morbid Angel album. Altars is very, very close. They're very different albums, but like Covenant is a better version of this type of sound with, original lineup, and more memorable songs. I mean, you can't beat God of Emptiness, but I find a lot of stuff to enjoy with this album.
Yeah.
I like Blessed Are the Sick. I like Altars as well.
Drums sound weird on Blessed, man. I still have trouble getting into that.
Blessed's a little all over the place. I like Abominations when it's supposedly a demo, but it's
Abomination is cool.
Yeah, but the first four for me.
I've not seen, just going back to the art for this one, I've only seen that close up. I've never seen the fully backed out. It's so wild.
Yeah. It's a lot of movement.
Dude, yeah, it's...
I mean, like, the city in the background, or like that tall building, is almost modern, but then there's that like whirlwind of hate or whatever the fuck that is. Then you have the Sumerian things like you're talking about. So there's a lot of story in like this whole painting that you can kind of make up on your own.
I love how warped everything is, dude. I wonder if he like I wonder how he got reference for this. Like, not the actual buildings, but like the movement. Like,
it's
just
wild.
so fucking. It looks like everything's getting sucked into a black hole, but they're like, it's like not actually all going in one direction, and it looks like there's like a tornado kind of happening.
yeah.
I wonder why they cropped it. I wonder why they cropped it to not have the full cover.
Dude, I guess
it would be too crazy for people to comprehend.
Yeah, like, and they wanted a big logo, probably.
Eric, I bet, did this. Eric fucks up a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Did any of you play Dark Souls?
Yeah.
So Dark Souls 3, there's like time kind of collapses in on itself, and it has this appearance. There's like whirlwinds and fucking cities that are all messed up. Just reminded me of it.
That's cool. When did that come out?
Like not like maybe 2018, 19. So I kind of wonder if they seen this and we're like, we're going, because even the sun, that eclipse sun, that's a big thing in Dark Souls 3. So I kind of wonder if maybe they seen this and they're like, we're going to rip this off real quick.
Yeah, well, the eclipse, Berserk, so there's a lot to draw from there.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I feel like in like the 2000s, like late 90s and like the mid 2000s, Dan Seagate was doing a lot of like architectural stuff that was like kind of pushing his abilities, and I admire that a lot. Even if some of the earlier stuff maybe is a little more iconic from like a technical perspective, I really like it. Sweet.
I mean, I keep using the word striking, but there's really not a lot of other words that I can use to say about this piece. It's just it really that gold amongst all the purples
super
really pops. I think that's really what probably sold it for them to like just crop it to that, but like it doesn't do it justice. Like it would be cool to see a full painting of it with as that.
Well, like the thing I have pulled up, it's like set up as a record. Like it's got the logo. It's the full painting, but the logo's in the top left and Gateways is down here at the bottom, and it looks perfectly fine.
Yeah, I wonder if it's like a reissue or like the one. I don't know, but
did they do like poster flags that are like the full painting? I have a shirt that has the full painting on it. It's kind of inconsistent. I don't really know.
Well, I think Seagrav licenses stuff, right? So I wonder if they cropped it to avoid license or some shit.
Right.
Like that's what I'm thinking. The earache because they're notorious for doing shady shit.
Right. Yeah.
So I wonder if they cropped it and like, hey, we're all using this image. We're going to pay you $25 per year or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a reissue that has the full thing.
Yeah, earache.
Yep, there you go. Digipack, the Digipack Kings.
Dude.
Those things are bad.
Oh my god, the funniest shit, dude. Just seeing you hate on Digipack.
I have to.
Well, they're the worst Digipacks.
Who the fuck does Digipacks? Especially earache. They do a Digipack and include no liner notes and still charge you $25 for the fucking CD.
Right.
Buy a car, but then there's no tires on it. Well, what am I going to do with this thing?
I think I have like a few Digipacks, and I don't even think they were like. I don't think I sought them out.
I there are some demos of bands that you can't get anymore. I'll buy a Digipack because I can't get the demo anymore.
Right.
A Crematorium or something I'll get, and they have cool liner notes or something, but they put something in there because they know it's a shitty Digipack. Anyway, rant over.
No, I mean I get you.
Shitty Digi.
I prefer jewel case. There are some Digipacks that are good, but the earache ones are terrible because it's just literally just a panel.
I'm cool with like a book, like a Digipack book, where you have like a fold out or something. I know Black Dahlia did that for a couple of theirs, and they look awesome.
Yeah,
but there are some that are just really shitty, and they need to stop.
Is Digipack basically a sleeve with a CD in it?
Yeah, that's all it is, dude.
Yeah, it's like,
I've got a few
cardboard. Yeah,
it's a
it's like those folders you have in high school that you put your math homework in. You didn't do. It's the same shit. That's all it is. Folder.
Well, it's made of cardboard.
Anyway.
Flimsy cardboard.
All right, keeping more range going.
Hell yeah!
Who would have guessed? All right, something about multiple faces. This shit carries over into stuff I do. I just love like melted, assimilated faces. But that's this album was like, as I mentioned, Malignant Altar was like one of the first that got me like really checking out death metal. But Morbid Angel was the first like death metal band that I ever heard, and it was this album.
Can't go wrong there.
Yep.
So I think
seen the one with googly eyes?
Oh, yeah.
I have not. I've seen that.
The pasta meme is the best one.
What'd you say?
There's like a bowl of pasta, and someone put the Morbid Angel logo. Yeah, they put the Morbid Angel logo on it, and it looks exactly like Altars. It's awesome.
All right, you guys sent me that. I haven't seen that.
It's so good.
They do stuff. They do like the same kind of thing with beans. You ever seen the beans? Dude, I don't know if they did one for Altars of Madness, but
thanks, Internet.
Yeah, thank you, Internet.
This one is so crazy because it was kind of ahead of its time for what it was musically, but then what they did with their logo, they put it on an angle, which was like absolutely unheard of, and they inverted it so like there's no stroke, there's no nothing. It's just boom, logo on the fucking cover.
Yeah.
Just wicked art by Seagrave here.
So
I just like. I really looked at it. Like, is it supposed to be like a rift in the sky with these faces coming out of it?
I that's what I always thought it was. I thought it was like a portal in the sky above, but I mean, I guess it's open to interpretation.
I literally don't. I don't even try to pretend it has any semblance of like reality.
I love it for what it is. I don't care. It just I've really tried figuring it out.
It's cool. I do see what you mean. It looks kind of like there's like clouds on the right hand side a little
and
bit.
The lightning coming off. The lightning on the lower left.
I feel like it could be like one of those like weird warp kind of things where like a portal does open up and the sky is being like shown as manipulated to show this other realm of like fucking chaotic hell. It's the Capri Sun creatures before they become humans.
Yep.
I was going to say this is what's going to happen. Was it Monday when we have the eclipse? This is what's going to happen.
I hope it does. That'd be awesome.
Those are the souls that enter our bodies, unbeknownst to us.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
I've always like seen it as more of like, I don't know, man. This is my brain, man. It might be stupid, but I see it as like a coin that's like living, so it's like shifting around. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like I kind of think of it as like a flat type of thing, but
that's really interesting.
Yeah,
it's like a monolith, like you're seeing the top of it or something.
Yeah,
right.
Something like that.
That's cool. Or a sphere. It could be like a meteor. You know what I mean? Like a big old ball of fucking space rock, but then there's like it's adamantium. That's what it is. And it's fucking adamantium. I've been watching a lot of X-Men.
What was that stupid material in Avatar? Unobtainium or something like that? That's what it is.
They just like
hey, don't make fun of Avatar.
Not making fun of it. It was just that name was ridiculous.
They were like unobtainium. Yeah, we can't obtain another name for this.
But that's what this is.
That's fucking hilarious. That's gonna be everything that's out of my reach is unobtainium. Yeah, but that's like
it's crazy.
I love how like goofy some of these faces are too.
Yeah.
Like,
the dude on the bottom gets me.
The progression of their art, like Abominations was just their logo in orange font on like a metal background. Then there's this breathtaking, amazing piece. Then it was the one they stole from that Renaissance painting or whatever, which is still amazing. And then the other one is like a photo of a desktop of witchcraft.
I like the Covenant cover. It is a photo.
I'm not saying, but I like it too. And Covenant's one of my favorites. But it's the progression of like art from like what the fuck to awesome. What the fuck to awesome.
They couldn't.
That's more Angel's career, man.
It is their career. Exactly right. Exactly right.
I love that you pointed out the invert logo choice. I really do love when logos are on top of artwork with no stroke. And like the decision that's made there, and like almost as if to like take a back seat so that the painting can take the stage.
Yeah,
it's fucking awesome. And I love when the text is also like that with no stroke. It can be ballsy. It can work really well, and then it also can really backfire on you sometimes.
I try not to do strokes on mine. It's hard because I use a lot of bright colors, but I try to do like flat logos because I think it makes a logo synonymous with the piece.
Yeah, it works in a little. It's the exact opposite of the Faceless. No, I'm just
Yeah, fair enough.
but that's sick. Yeah, I definitely I see that. Like I see that.
I was gonna say, Fred, something you had mentioned, like about strokes and whatnot. It's changed the way I approach doing logos.
Oh yeah,
Because like before, I had heard you mentioning like putting strokes on shit. That's what I would do, like in the kid. But going in with the knowledge of making it work to where it doesn't need a stroke, is I don't know. I feel like it's improved my logo making.
cool, man. I'm glad that my weird banter has done something for you. It never does anything for me. But I actually, the crazy thing is seeing your logos, like all the colors you choose to use is like mind boggling for me, because I'm struggling with one color if it's a stroke, if any color, other than like black, and I'm like scared about how thick it is and all that, and it's like a whole thing. Like I feel like I overcomplicate logos probably more than other people do. And I've been trying to revert back to not complicating it as much and going back to like, the times of, people drawing shit on their fucking school desks and like just embracing like old school shit. But there's always an element, there's always something in the back of my head that I have to at least be cognizant of when I'm making a logo for someone. Where the fuck is this going to be sitting on top of? Because I don't want it to be some job of someone who doesn't know how to use Photoshop, who like makes my logo stretched out or in a different scale than it was smaller than it like is able to be when it's, you know what I mean? Like people are like fucking with it outside of my control and adding an ugly stroke on it. It's like the bane of my existence, and I like
happens all the time, dude. And
you know what I mean? And you can't
I
really.
hate to be a dick, but I don't share that like on Instagram. I'll share the original one that I did because I didn't do that.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure. And I'm with you. I think I'm just trying because right before I'm handing it to someone else, I need to do all of my due diligence to make sure that I'm avoiding that.
Yeah,
and like it's become like amplified every time it happens.
Hey, we didn't like how you did the logo, so we added 40 Photoshop layers to the logo and then put it on top. What do you guys think? No. Although I am a big fan of the 90s emboss, like the brutal death metal. That is awesome. I love that. Like the gutting.
It's like that 3D look to it.
I actually like that because that's how they did it back then. But don't keep adding. Just the one.
Yeah.
That's a brutal death metal look,
It is. It totally is, which I like.
And it's like an acquired taste. It's not my thing, but
you should taste it. It's really cool.
I appreciate it. And
eat that Cerebral cereal.
I appreciate it. Yeah, dude, I will eat that Cerebral cereal, dude. No, there's some brutal death metal that I can dig. There's only a few that like really stuck out to me that like
I think you dig the 90s stuff for sure. Early 2000s.
What is it? Boiling? The fuck is it? Melting? It's a bunch of humans being melted in a pot. It's fucking fantastic. I can't remember what it's called.
The Deeds of Flesh?
Boiling?
Melting?
No, it's not Deeds of Flesh.
Oh.
Is it splattered? Or not splattered? Splattered Cadaver?
No, it's called Boiling, I think, or Melting. It's on my YouTube playlists.
All right,
anyway,
you gotta hit me up later on that.
Yeah, dude, it's rad. But anyway,
real quick, I just wanted to interject. Have any of you checked out Final Resting Place?
No.
It's new. It came out like a few months ago, but it has that 90s aesthetic, and it has like the beveled and embossed logo shit. But it has the old sound. I don't know. I figured it might be something.
You know what label it's not on?
I think it's on Days.
Okay, so it's a hardcore label? Okay.
Yeah. But it's not really hardcore. Yeah, Final Resting Place. I fuck with it. I like it a lot.
I mean, I no qualms to me, man. I like I like some of the death metal infusing with hardcore stuff. I know some people don't like it, but to me, it's doing good things for the scene. All right, anything else on Morbid Angel?
They're sick, dude.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm in my own world real quick. I just want to find this. But if
I want to see
I want to
see the pasta meme. Can you find the pasta meme?
Yeah,
Finding
yeah.
that?
Let me.
Can you
While
find the pasta?
I do this.
While you're doing that, I might run to the bathroom real fast.
Yeah, go ahead.
Word.
Angel.
Okay. Where the fuck is it? It's in my playlist.
All right. I'm gonna send it to you in Insta, Lee, and I want to see you piss your pants with laughter.
All right.
Well, wait. I want to see it too.
All right, I'll send it to you too, man.
All right, cool.
Oh my god, yeah, that's funny. That's good. Oh my god, that's great.
There it is.
It's fucking awesome, dude.
It would have been funny if they did the Photoshop coloring though.
It is so good. I would wear this as a fucking shirt. I would wear it. So good.
I found it. It's embalmed, boiling humans.
Oh, embalmed. Yeah, embalmed's awesome.
Boiling
Yeah.
humans?
That cover is very similar
Boiling
to
humans.
Yeah, that cover is
Nice.
very similar to Splatter Cadaver's like demo collection, I think.
Uh-huh.
I think it's called like
I mean-
Burning Remains or some shit. Embalmed is good.
Yeah, they're rad. I really enjoy it. And then
Bum's
there's also
really good.
Blast Wound that comes. That I think it's weird. It on YouTube it shows both bands and a list of things. So I guess it's a split.
Maybe.
But it's like a huge fucking list. Unless it's just two albums. No, hold on. Yeah, it looks like it's the same album. It's Blast Wound is the other band.
Sounds familiar. I don't know if I've ever heard them though.
But Embalmed.
Yeah,
Boiling
Embalmed's good. Yep, that's
Fucking
a good
rad.
one.
That's one of my brutal death metal, and I think it's probably more death metal than brutal death metal, but like
A lot of that '90s stuff was.
which is that's where I'm at. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you just said, like I'm more
Yeah.
into the early stuff. Like that's like a little before Unique Leader, isn't it?
Unique Leader wasn't until like 2000s, I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
early 2000, 99 maybe.
Yeah.
Nice. It's got some good stuff for the gym playlist tomorrow.
Oh hell yeah, dude! You're gonna enjoy that while you're working out for sure.
I don't do that.
While you're beating in broccoli-headed kids' skulls.
Yeah, I love that piece you did, Tannen. That was sick. All right, let's. So this is number 5. Then we got some honorable mentions. Autopsy,
sure.
Metal Funeral.
Yeah, I felt like maybe one of y'all were gonna pick this.
I was
Tannen,
this close, dude. I was this close.
Yeah. Well, so
He's
I
sitting
felt like
in the floor,
Tannen
man.
maybe would have picked this because I see it in your
Dude.
work like a lot.
I was
There's
going
some
to touch on
similarities
that.
even here, you know.
Yeah, for sure,
People have told me so much that my work looks like this, and I had never seen it before.
No
Dang,
shit.
man. You
No
gotta
shit.
fucking-
And then I looked into it, and I fuck with Autopsy now. But yeah, before that, I had no idea.
Yeah,
That's
this cover, it just blew me the fuck away. I love the color scheme. I love how like crazy the faces are, the creature itself. It's just there's so much to appreciate about this. It works so well with the Autopsy logo that I fucking love that logo. Like the whole thing as a piece is just so fucking rad. And I don't know much about Kev Walker, but I and I know that he's done other things. He did the fucking the uncensored or the censored version of Sever Survival, but yeah, and then there's the shout to Ken Matthew for the original, and I don't know. I also included a piece that he's made. I think probably for Magic the Gathering, but and you can it carries on into like it doesn't look like it's one of those things where he did it back then and it doesn't look like his work now. His work is pretty like you can pick it out, I think. Not maybe like, perfectly or anything like that, but I feel like if you were to look in a lineup of other art, you could probably pick out what is his work. So it's like, I don't know, something about, can you go back to the cover? Yeah. So I don't know, man. There's just the sneering fucking, like, the cool expressions that are happening, the warped faces, like the fucking stretching. I feel like that also speaks to like death metal aesthetic. You see contorted faces throughout a lot of death metal releases over the years, and so like I feel like that's like a theme that you'll see if you look. You know, basically exactly like we just saw on Altars of Madness cover, like, and even like, you know, from the first thing that I had with the Abhorrence thing, it's like,
Yeah.
it's just, it's got it carries on this this tradition of having like strange contorted faces, and I just fucking love it.
Yeah.
I wonder like what the medium was for that.
Looks like acrylic.
Yeah, probably acrylic
Acrylic.
for the speed. I love the shine on everything, man. Like all
Yeah.
those, like it just makes it so lively.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can see the depth. Like you can almost go into the wrinkles and tears of the skin because he's got the highlights and the
Yeah.
parts that are in front of you, and
Yeah.
the darkness in the parts in the back, and even like there's somewhat of a reflection on the bottom, like it's,
Mhm.
it's in a pool of water,
Yeah,
but then like the stone in the background,
Come
so
out.
it's actually like you're looking at this thing in like a dark cave or something. It's pretty wild.
Yeah, it's like you have like a lantern and there's a
Lantern,
shadow
yeah.
behind.
Yeah, and another great
I think
example of the logo just reversed out. Like it looks fucking awesome. Doesn't take away from the piece.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
I also really love the lettering of Mental Funeral itself.
Yeah,
It's just, it's got it's got a great feel to it. I think it works really well with the rest of the piece, and the color choice is really rad. It obviously the M and the E get a little lost where the red is, but again, it's like, it's one of those things where it just like speaks to the like the overall feel of like keeping it simplistic and effective. Just put it on there. You know what I mean? Don't get too complicated with it. And
Yeah.
yeah, like it's also really interesting. I'm seeing this behind the creature itself is like a cutout, like, you know, like it's almost like the stone. I don't know if it doesn't look like it's a shadow. It
That's
almost
what I was
looks
thinking.
like
It was like an extreme
it's the
shadow.
doorway that the creature goes in and out of.
Yeah.
Or like fucking Scooby Doo or something.
Perfectly fucking fitting its body every time. If it tries to go in the other way, it's like putting a fucking like a peg in a square hole.
It's the Kool-Aid man busting through and then just coming back.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's a
it's
killer
super sick,
piece.
bro.
I really like that painting that's, you know, used for some kind of fantasy illustration as well, man. Like just the forms, you can just really feel how, you know, it's obviously exaggerated and stuff, but there's so much realism in it that you can really imagine it being alive, and you can see a sculpture of it. You know, very sculptural.
Yeah, it's also really strange what's going on in this image. If you look at it, like there's like a double sewn hand holding one fucking giant ass blade, and then there's like, I don't even know if there's smoke coming out of the creature's back,
Yeah.
but it's like, that's so sick. And then there's like some webby, sticky shit under it, and yeah, it's exactly as rad. I love it. So I'm definitely trying to look at more of his work.
And he did, because you sent, I didn't add it in the slide deck, but he did the original bolt thrower Realms of Chaos
Yeah.
for Games Workshop.
Which is really, really intricate too. But I guess there's a lot. I didn't expect you to put everything in the slide deck either, but yeah, like definitely take a look at that when you can. And like, there's a lot to look at. It's kind of reminiscent to the Seagrave piece we saw from Suffocation earlier, because like there's robotics and there's like strange, there's like Warhammer and all that, but it's like, things being fired and fucking like gunfire and shit like that. And yeah, I'm just explaining a piece you can just
look at. we have some blind people in the audience. Okay.
So here, what's going on here?
Crazy robots.
I thought this was interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. So I'm the only honorable mention guy. Sorry, I did whittled things down as much as I could, but I wanted to make mention of this piece because I feel like it's been... So Caspar David Friedrich is the original painter of this piece that you see on... It's referenced in Convulse's World Without God, which is a fucking banger of a record. But that's not the artist. Obviously, like, there's an artist that was referencing it to make this piece. And that artist's name is... what is her name?
This is the artist who did the Convulse cover?
The Convulse cover, yeah.
Okay.
Mia Rasa. So, and I don't know anything about Mia Rasa because this is primarily about Caspar David Friedrich. So the Morning and the Winter Solstice is the actual pick that I wanted to talk about because it's the actual painting they're using. And this record, this release is just awesome death doom. It's the precursor from Derketa. It's like two members moved from Mythic into making Derketa. So that connective tissue there. And then also I think it's Seraphic Decay. So it's just, it all kind of weaves together for me. But yeah, that painting, do you have the picture of the painting?
No, I thought it was a photo, dude. I didn't realize it was a painting.
Oh man, it's a painting. He's a romantic era painter, and he does just incredible nature scenes and landscapes that they just have so much emotion in them. And so this is only like a snippet of
it goes wider.
Yeah. So look it up. Caspar David Friedrich. That's that evil looking bastard on the right. That's a self-portrait he did of himself. And
Tannen's cousin right there.
He's full of himself. Son of a bitch.
Dude, those mutton chops, they don't
There must be a cat.
But his paintings are fantastic, and you'll see this is also used on some other black metal releases, because it's come on, it's the most fucking evil, brooding shit you can see. It's the craggly fucking tree limbs and shit.
That does not look like a painting. That's insane.
Yeah, it looks like a photo, dude.
So, what it is it's just a crappy version of the painting on the fucking Mythic record, you know what I mean? The release. So it's it doesn't do it justice, but yeah, it's a beautiful fucking painting if you look it up. And he's got some really fucking awesome work too. He has a piece called Wanderer Above the Sea of Vogue, and I don't know if you're familiar with Wolves in the Throne Room, but they have a song that's basically it's the title, and it's I think they were inspired by that painting. I should hope so, but yeah, it's it's basically him looking out into the distance in a foggy off of a cliff, and it's just got so much fucking emotion to it. It's rad.
Yeah. Sounds like Wolves in the Throne Room.
Yeah. Brooding,
that's cool, man. I'm not familiar with this artist at all. It's really beautiful.
Are you checking out any of the paintings?
Trying to.
Yeah, I've got that one pulled up, the middle one.
The full painting?
So the name of the painting, I forgot to tell you guys the name of the painting. I'm sorry. the name of the painting itself is Monastery Ruins in the Snow, 1819. And you'll see just how fucking gorgeous it is.
I'm hacking into the mainframe here.
It's either some of them are called Graveyard in the Snow, Monastery Graveyard, but it's Monastery Ruins or Graveyard in the Snow will work.
Oh yeah, I see what you. Okay, yeah, the original is wild.
Yeah, it's fucking gorgeous.
Jesus.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Lee, I feel like you'd really appreciate his paintings.
Yeah, I need to look in more detail.
Painting in general. Listen, I'm just a little pen and ink goblin, so painting just blows my mind anyway. So like this shit, like how does that even work? That's crazy.
They didn't have anything else to do, man. That's really what it is. The trees were their TV, dude. Like their Instagram was fucking a bird.
A bird. Sick bird, bro. Like
Sick bird.
Put a bird on it.
They were poets. This is the romantic era. Everyone was like,
yeah,
fucking yeah. Like
Kind of reminds me of. Hold on a minute. What is that album?
It's probably that. No lie. Whatever you're looking up, it's probably him.
Well, I don't.
There's like several metal bands that have used this fucking exact painting, and then there's also like other paintings he's done that they just use his work too. So
okay, I was way off. The thing I was thinking of doesn't even look the same. I was thinking of Morbid's From the Dark Past.
Okay.
Just because it's like an old school kind of. I don't know. Gotcha. It looks nothing like it. I don't know why my brain made that connection, but
nah, we all make connections that don't make much sense. Like I feel like this is a painter that I learned about in art history in school, and it was like the one painter that stuck with me. The one painter that I was like, this is sick. Like I'm not gonna remember a lot of others. Maybe like Albrecht Dürer and Gustav Dorr and like Caspar David Friedrich. So, but yeah, like all of his work is just, you could just make the entire, you could just make it completely black and white and make it a black metal record, like immediately. There's this one painting, Lee, that I'm gonna share to you later. That it's just, I feel like you'd really appreciate the color choices, and it kind of reminds me of The Thing for some reason, like the snow state out where the fort is, and it's like I wish I could pull stuff up on this side on my end, but I'll have to show it to you later. It's really fucking cool. Let's see if I can.
I was just thinking of the painter guy. He's just like, man, I wonder what my work's being used for right now.
Yeah.
Doom album covers.
Dude, he'd be like, fine.
He'd be like, hell yeah. This
he'd be like, oh,
dope.
Great.
I think we got one more honorable mention. There we go.
Yeah,
got some
absolutely. Definitely want to talk about Cyanide for a second. Now, this is your next W.
It is.
I really love Cyanide, and this record is just like, I don't know. It's really inspiring for me musically. It's super fucking like just dirty and like fucking slow and like I said, slogging and just fucking simple, but it's so effective. It's just pummeling, and the artwork really drew me in. And then I wanted to know more about the painter. Not that much more, but I did want to know more about what this painting was. So this is a diptych that this Jan van Eyck made. And I'm asking you, Nev, do you think like Mike was the one that like found this and wanted to work with it, or?
Yeah, I don't know. I've never talked to him about this one. I've talked to him about all the other ones, but never Dying Truth. So I'll have to ask him.
Talk to him about Descent to Hell.
Yeah, all the ones that they just ripped off of a fucking. I don't know.
I mean, like I looked that one up too. It was actually two brothers that made that painting.
Yeah, I don't know where they got this shit from, honestly, dude.
It's super cool. I mean, so this is a Renaissance painter who. This is like a huge painting, and this is only a portion of it that's cropped. And you can see a little larger version of it on the right than what's going on the left, but you can see just how fucking insanely intricate it is. It's like, it looks like Bosch. It's got like all sorts of fucking gnarly, evil, weird creature depictions of hell. It's part of Crucifixion is what it's called. Let me see. I have to make sure I say the whole title. Crucifixion and the Last Judgment diptych.
Okay.
And apparently it's in the Metropolitan Museum of Art right now in New York. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, it's just, it was one of those things. And I have the fucking shorts with the skeleton and the Cyanide logo on it. And it's pretty sick. But yeah, it's just something about this like evil skeleton just looming over these bodies being like birthed out of its fucking dark underbelly. It's fucking cool. I don't know. There's a lot going on. This is another one.
Sent me this with a reference photo like last year.
This art.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good.
Yeah,
this art's awesome.
It's a wild picture.
It's a masterpiece, man.
It's
very Bosch-like.
It looks like there's a beach behind him in this part, like everyone's chilling in the ocean.
It's totally a beach.
But then on the actual record cover, they just made it a blue sky, which is like an interesting choice. I don't know who like made,
right, edited it,
like who like design like made the layout for it, but. And then, like, also, like, the choice to frame it the way it has been.
That was definitely the record label. I can tell you that.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just such a fucking rad painting that represents such an awesome release to me. So I wanted to mention that one. And I also wanted to say one quick thing, Nev. I'm not sure if you're going to be familiar with what I'm wearing right now, but I feel like you might.
Contagion. Yes. I love that fucking Contagion's so good.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Andy is fucking incredible drummer.
Andy's definitely one of my favorite drummers ever.
He beats those drums. Want to shout out. Wait, sorry. I didn't mean
Andy beats those drums like they owe him money. He just sucks.
Yeah, for sure. Really sick drumming. Another dude that I'm really love his drumming style. But I just want to shout David Mickelson again because he's the one that made this shirt, and I was super stoked to snag it. So, but yeah, so this was fun.
Oh man, that kind of flew by in a way too. It's hard to believe that was 3 hours.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it was 3 hours.
Yeah. Well, cool. Well, I appreciate you guys carving us the time on Friday. This is a ton of fun.
Hell yeah.
Dude. I'm super behind now because of your ass, dude. It's all your fault.
Did a lot of homework, man.
Yeah, I'm about to compile all of these bands and check them out.
You look like you're about to go dance in the red light district after this. That's what you look about to do, man.
We can make it all fancy and shit here.
Like there's a window that he opens and that's just him standing in front of it.
Oh, yeah,
there we go.
Yours and everything.
Yeah, it's about to start.
Damn, he's got two of the pieces he featured today right on the back wall there.
Had to do it.
Well played.
Yeah, Malignant and Leprosy. And then I told Lee earlier if I could, I was just going to put for all 5 the 3 Sam Hain albums and Danzig 1 and 3. That was going to be my choice.
Oh shit! I mean, yeah, that hairy chest. Like, how can you deny?
I love him. I model my entire life after him.
Did you see him? Did you see him when he came around?
Yes, actually, Devin from Sanguisugabog, we went and seen him at where was that at? It was in Cleveland. It was he played the entire first album, and then he played some of the hits from 2 and 3.
Yeah,
it's pretty dope.
The set list was right on with everything we wanted. Steph and I went to Atlantic City and watched him, and it was wild. Like, his voice is still fucking rocking.
That's what got me, because I seen him in 2018 with Misfits. Power Trip opened, which was sick.
Nice.
He sounded not good. And then this most recent one, he sounded phenomenal. So I don't know what he did, but
dude, I just love the specially altered T-shirts that make him look buffer than he is. They have little wings that come out, and they're shorter. They're cut like girl tees.
I need
sir. Awesome. The Smediums, dude. He's the king of them.
Just imagining the superhero costumes where there's the pads.
Imagine him wearing one of those. Not at the front, but on the sides, they're these weird shoulder cuff things. It's fun. But yeah, he looks a little more ghoulish, if that's even possible. But it was still sick. It was fucking awesome.
But when you seen him, was it with Behemoth and Midnight? I think was the other one.
Yeah,
Midnight was sick. I really liked Midnight.
Yeah, Midnight's rad.
I did not like Twin Temple at all.
They're just a different thing. Yeah, I didn't really I was just drinking, watching them, and meeting up with friends, and finding out my homie was tripping on mushrooms. And Steph's done artwork for Midnight. My girlfriend Steph has done some artwork for
nice.
Midnight. And
really?
One of her favorite bands. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Let's we can hang out backstage for a minute, but go and start wrapping the episode. For everybody watching, thank you. Please check out all 3 of these artists on Instagram: Moribund Art, Gruesome Graphx, Form Terror Growth. And tune into next week's episode. And it's a ton of fun. Hope you guys enjoyed it as well. See you. Thank you so much.
Cheers.